Yo, 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 once again, we back. This was just a Messengers podcast. Of course, I'm Mo.
I am Mike.
Once again, I got my dog Drew Money on the boards, man.
How y'all feeling?
Feeling great, feeling great. How y'all niggas feeling?
Feeling good, man. A little under the weather the last few days, but we shaking back, man. I got my good medicine ball. And it's time to pod, man. Good week, man. It was a lot of shit went down this week, man. I kind of predicted a lot of shit, but it
Oh, you did predict a lot of shit because I didn't think things was gonna happen the way they happened. Yeah, when you posted that juice the other day, I was like, this nigga on his knees praying to that porcelain god, that white porcelain god.
Oh, I was down bad that day, boy. I ain't even gonna cap, boy. But we here, man. I done shook back. I was down bad like a bad batch, but I done shook back, we here though, man. Shouts out to the shoe game in here though, man. We here killing it, man. You dig?
Yeah, niggas came on. We all on the same page, man.
Yes,
Put that shit on in the morning, man. Yeah, like we going to school.
So we talking today, or we talking today?
Hey man, I'm trying to talk, man.
No, which talk though? Like,
I'm trying to Mo talk.
okay, let's go. Let's turn up. Let's get them horns one time, Drew. Let me get them horns.
Let's get a little.
We gonna dive straight first into it. We ain't gonna warm it up. No foreplay.
To warm nothing up. Man.
All right, let's go. Let's get right into it.
So midnight Thursday going into Friday. My man J. Cole dropped his surprise album. Dreamville Fest going on today and tomorrow. Today meaning April 6th and 7th, and he dropped his surprise album. Might delete later. And it's a good album. I like the album, man. And then we get to the end. First let's go through the album. You want to go through the album first, or you want to get straight to?
That's what I want to ask you. You want to, because I want to get the. I think it's an EP. Maybe I don't know. I mean
it's an EP. You can call it EP. I don't think. I'm not gonna call it.
I want to give it its just due because it is good.
Because the album coming. Yeah.
I don't want to skim through nothing.
Yeah, we can go through the album, man. The album cool. I like the album.
All right.
I like the album. They talking on that pie shit though. We can get to that though, but yeah, he dropped might delete later. How much tracks on here, man?
I think it's 11.
We gonna get to it, man. We should already had this up, but
yeah, 12.
12
tracks.
All right. What's your thoughts on the?
Well, off the gates, pricey. I love it. Gucci performance wasn't what I thought it would be on it.
He played the big Rube, bro.
That's what I would say too. But I
Young Dro too. I thought Dro and Gucci would have did something on here.
Yeah. But I like it, especially out the gates. What I can say about Cole when it comes to his projects, his intros, outside sideline story, they're always a warm up. I think he's kept that same formula since his mixtape days. Like the intro, he ain't really gonna come out blazing. It's kind of like a warm up into whatever the next track is, because then we get Crocodile Tears, which we kind of heard prior to this dropping. I remember hearing this. All right, I love that record. Love it. Ready 24 with Cameron. He did that justice.
That beat hard. That beat is hard.
He did that justice.
What y'all think about Cameron performance on here though, man? I saw a lot of mixed reviews. Niggas saying
this is what I don't expect 04 to 08 Cameron on this. This is what it is, Cam.
Niggas saying he Akeem Olajuwon in Toronto, man.
I mean, that would be accurate.
Hey man,
I wasn't looking for no performance by Cam on this, to be honest. I thought he was gonna talk on it like how he did on the intro to Off Season.
Right. Yeah,
rapping.
He was on Off Season intro.
You expected better from Cam in 2024?
I mean, I heard him on the that shit he dropped.
So it was ass to his Cam standard.
I'm gonna say it was ass. I mean, he ain't really dribbled through the cones like I thought he was, but I mean, he still can.
Being especially this is like a beat he's performed on before.
Right.
Maybe that's why he didn't really. I don't know. I don't know what Cam mindset was.
He let it breathe a little too much, man. He was supposed to choke that shit out, man. But it was still a good song. It was cool. I ain't tripping off it. I actually like the HYB with Central C though. I fuck with that.
I like Hunting Rabbits. That's one of my favorites on here. HYB, yeah, with Boz, shout out to him. That was good. we get into Fever.
No, we ain't talk about that yet. We can go ahead.
We get into Fever. I like Fever. Sticks and Stones like that. I don't dislike any record on here. I'm being honest.
It's a cool little EP.
I'm looking at this as a
Tape.
No, I'm looking at this like a preview. It says might delete later. That tells me something else is coming.
Yeah, the album coming.
This tells me something is coming. So this whole shit was a warm up, but it was a good warm up. Pie with Daylight and Absol, amazing record. Amazing record. Off rip the beat, both performed. I'm talking about the featured artists Absol and Daylight. They didn't play around on this beat at all. I felt like they each gave it what is. I mean, they didn't, and for the duration, like each of them both. This wasn't like no 30-second thing. Like these niggas was talking for at least a minute. And of course, Cole. And I just feel like Cole has been in a certain bag lately where whatever he's on, he's not gonna come and play around with it. I'll say since post KOD, so that was 2018. So I say about 2020-ish. When did Cole really start getting the rep for the features post KOD? Was that 19?
I think it was pre KOD, honestly.
But like for real, like we talking like, nah, this nigga like really been smoking shit lately. What was that? 19, 20-ish?
When did what was the shit with 21? A lot. That was 2018.
Oh shit, a lot was.
That was 2017.
That was 17, 18.
No, that was 2018. That's 2018. Cause that's on I Am album. That's 2018.
Oh, okay. Damn, that was 2018.
That's 2018.
All right, so we'll start it there. So yeah, I just feel like all in all though, I could tell he took time with this, even though it is a warm up to the album, and this is risky.
This was a risky play.
If you put this out prior to your album
gotta be better than this.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like he's been rapping very, very confidently lately. He's been rapping very confidently. Like Cole has been rapping very confidently since that. Well, we'll say that 2018-19 frame. So for you to come out with this tells me that I'm anticipating great work minimum from the fall off.
Think you got a classic coming? Or you just gonna
great work minimum?
You're gonna take great work minimum.
Minimum.
Okay.
I don't like to put classic standards on niggas.
That's an unrealistic.
I kind of changed that. That's I want to give niggas some grace. It's kind of like how you know how you had some teachers in school when they would automatically give you 100, and then throughout work they'll bump you down based off your work. That's kind of like how I am. So if it's good, it's good. I mean, we talking about a nigga who 15 years in his career and shit like that. Like, you know, Cole solidified for me. But with this work right here, that's why I'm setting the bar at, you know, great, good type shit. Like slightly better than good. Like it's great. Not classic though. No, great work. Because like I said, if you come out with something, and I don't want to hear nothing from this on the album, which I don't think Cole will do. But if you come out with something like this prior to your album coming out, I'm anticipating some great work.
Yeah, he set a bar.
Stealth Mode, another great one with Boss. And shout out to Boss too, man. He's been on the DreamWorks, you know, compilation projects. I haven't heard an album from him in a minute, but I do like projects from Boss though. I do like Too High to Riot. I do like that one. I do like what is that? The Milky Way.
Bro, kind of underrated to me.
Yeah. I fuck with Boss. Let me see, because I definitely got him on the Milky Way 2018. So, you know, it's been a minute for him as far as a full project. He did drop an album. Yeah, he dropped the album 2023 last year. We only talk about real shit when we're fucked up. So I do remember that. So let's get back to this Cole shit. We got 3001. That actually is a real good record. He was really that felt like a rap performance on that one. Like he was on the Stairmaster. Like he was getting his reps in, one of those.
Lyrical exercise.
Yeah, lyrical exercise type shit. Trader Truth and Ibiza, another good one. Um, like I said before, we get to 7 minute drill. I think overall he's continuing with the momentum that he's been building up um over these last couple years. And honestly, Cole, I think after KOD, I think that's when he got the mental switch as far as because that was out when he just did the production by himself. It was no features. Like he did the whole, it's just me. Da da da. Da. He had to kind of switch it up a little bit because he already had did that on 2014 Forest Hill Drive. So you come out with KOD and you do the same thing. And I think after that window, even though Forest Hill Drive was his classic, that window after it was kind of like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, we not really talking about KOD like that. It was a good album, but we ain't really. It's not cemented on us.
It ran its course.
It ran its course. It was in the time that it was a time. So after he's like, man, let me turn up on niggas. Okay, we get him on the features. We get him on these projects. He's been doing his thing. Nothing classic, but he definitely has turned up his rap performance, I'll say. Album-wise, I want to say he's delivered a classic. No, his only classic to me still is 2014. But his rapping performance definitely has stepped up a notch. Because Cole somewhat has some of that in him as far as the whole big three. I think Cole has heard. Yeah, he said it in records. Like, he be reading tweets, he know.
I mean, it's the big three for a reason.
He's a third out the pack, though. So there is that fire, competitive edge in him. Like, you know what, man? Like, let me not just, I'm not saying accept my place, but let me show that I'm thinking from his POV, shuffle the cards a little bit. Let me play around with the deck. Like, there might be some switching around these last few years or something like that. Like, nigga, I can still get busy. And when I heard him talk on Yachty's pod, when he was talking about, like, how, like, you feel like Drake was playing around with you on first-person shooter, he was like, nah, like, we all come from that school. So, and that's another thing we got to remember when it come to these niggas. Like, they are off the heels of Hove, Nas, Wayne, Eminem, if I'm forgetting names. Like, so they still have that, when it's time to wreck shit, we gonna wreck shit. And that's what I feel like Cole, when he gets on these projects, as of late, his rapid performance, I think he takes a little bit more seriously than he did on his front end. Not to say that his front end was terrible or anything like that, but it was, how can I say,
it don't get the acclaim that the other two get.
No, it's like light. It's light. Like, I think he wanted to prove out the gates that, yeah, I deserve to be here. And when he got it, he got it. But around that 2014 Forest Hill Drive, that's when we kind of, and let me tell you, I have done my due diligence over this last month or so, even prior to all this shit. Like, I made it a mission to really revisit this three because that has been a conversation going into the year. So I've been going through all three of these niggas' albums, discographies. Like, probably not more so Drake because I listened to him the most out the three. But Kendrick and Cole for sure. Like, I revisited Born Center this week. I still had the same notion that I had then, but I will say it aged good. I'll say. I didn't hear 2013 in it. Like, I didn't hear like if the shit was to come on in my shuffle, I wouldn't skip it.
I think that's what I appreciate the most about Kendrick. Because even if you go back and listen to Overly Dedicated, that don't sound like 2010, 2011. It don't sound like 2011. If you listen to, of course, if you listen to Pimp a Butterfly, that don't sound like no specific time era. So
no, I don't.
So it's like
Kendrick. Overall, he don't have a bad album except Mr. Morale for me. He don't. All his albums I revisit for sure. Definitely the first two, because the first two are cemented for me as far as classic work. To Pimp a Butterfly, good album, very good album.
I had to revisit it. And I liked it. Each time I revisit it, I liked it more and more, and I appreciate it more.
I don't know
when I first listened to it, I was like, man, I wasn't expecting that at first. But as I kept revisiting. I was like, oh, this shit kind of groovy. I like this shit, bro. But overall, like, I really like that album. So yeah, I had to sit with it for a while.
I don't know if I ever said this on the pod, but I've always said "Damn" is a good album. I don't think it's a classic,
Yeah, I don't got it as a classic. It's a good album though.
but I will say it's actually very good album. It's a very good. I like it more than "To Pimp a Butterfly." I don't know if I ever said that on here
I wouldn't argue nobody if they said that.
because I like the sequencing for one. I like the sequencing on "Damn." I like the theme, and his rapping is. Let me not say way. It's better than the rapping on "To Pimp a Butterfly."
I don't really feel like he was. It's a rap album, but it's like it got so much other elements to it. So
What album you talking about?
it's Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, I mean, I'm gonna have to judge it as a rap album, but his rapping is definitely better on Damn.
Yeah, and I still when I was going back and listening to Damn, I'm like, bro, like this am I tripping for thinking this shit better than "To Pimp a Butterfly," bro? Because
I wouldn't argue that.
I think it's better. Again, I don't think it's a classic work, but it's a very good album. Like I'm not skipping nothing on there except I don't like Pride, and I stand on that.
You ain't fucking with it.
I hate that record. I just don't like Pride at all. Like that whole, I understand each track, it has a certain message because it's speaking to a feeling. That's why it's titled the way it's titled. You got DNA, you got blood, you got fear, you got lust, you got loyalty, you got Duckworth, you got all that. I get it, but Pride, no, I just don't like that performance on that record at all. But it doesn't take away from the whole project.
Mm-hmm.
If you take Pride off that shit, it goes up probably a few notches. But all in all, though, like the nigga does good work. Cole, out the gate,
He was woozy out there.
it was something about those two. When I say these two, I'm talking about more so Big Sean and Cole. I don't know what it is with them niggas' debuts, but them niggas was trending towards some bad shit with them debuts.
Big Sean debut was the Finally Famous album.
Yeah, they both came out 2011.
Yeah, that wasn't a good.
Finally Famous came out before because I remember because Cole shit came out in November. His album kept getting pushed back, kept getting pushed back. He thought he was going to drop in the summer. He didn't drop in the summer. He ended up dropping in November. But he did have a summer record, though, which was Can't Get Enough with Trey Songz, which I like that song.
But that song hard.
He got Nobody's Perfect with Missy. Love that song.
That got Workout on it too, right?
They got Work On it. Good song.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Mr.
Workout's a
Nice
classic
Watch.
song.
No. The intro, no. You got the one with the son and the father. What's that? When he had the little. let me go to J. Cole shit. What was the name of that record, man? Don't Tell. Never Told. Now Rise and Shine, good shit. God's Gift, good shit. Breakdown, wasn't really feeling that. Who That I didn't expect to be on the album though, because we had heard
That's
that.
an old song.
It's an old song. You get what I'm saying? Oh, Who That came out like what, 09, 10? Am I tripping?
That's like 2009.
Okay, so you got Lights Please, good record. In the Morning with Drake,
That's an older
good
song.
record.
Lights Please is an older song too.
Lights Please is an older song. Good Morning with Drake, good record. I remember that whole video behind it, all that, good record. So all this has been a build up to here we are now with Cole, and I just like the his approach has never been, I'll say, lazy, forcibly lazy. I know he does have a narrative behind him for being, his hours pushes. I'll never forget the day you told me you was listening to Sideline Story on your way to college, and you was catching Z's. That's warranted.
Listen,
I give you that.
we hit the eye. I never get this. My mom's like, oh yeah, I just got the eye. I got the J. Cole album. So let's listen to it. We hit the end. We hit I-26, my nigga. I blinked. I was in the parking lot of South Carolina State University, and the album was over. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Nothing caught your attention.
And I was like, she was like, man, you was out by the time we got to damn Ridgeville or some shit. Like, I was like, damn. They ain't that far from here now. I want y'all to understand.
No, it's not.
So I was like, all right, man. But yeah, man, overall though, J. Cole definitely is he cemented his spot in the big three due to his talent. Like, he's a producer, he's a great rapper, he's Just all in all, he is who he is. That's why it's not about when it comes to these three niggas. It's not about removing them because they are where they are for a reason. It's a reason why it's only three of them and it's not four. It's a reason why other niggas feel they should be within this group because the talent. It's a talent. It's a talent separation for a reason. Like that's just what it is. Like we gotta just say what it is off top. Like this not a knock on nobody beneath them in a tier below them, but it's just shit is how it is for a reason. Like you got the same. We do this shit with sports. We do this shit with movies. Is you got God tier movies. You got below that everything else fall. You got it's a reason why it's Sopranos, The Wire, and then it's a lot of shit that fall under that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a reason for this. So J. Cole definitely earned his place in that in this grouping. So when I critique him, due to him being an elite, rapper. Like I got to do that. Same thing with the other two. So
what's before we get into let me think because I definitely came prepared today, but I just want to make sure I prep because I definitely got some questions.
mm-hmm.
And what I want to know is just what was the last good album to you from all three? Just good. I'm not setting the bar at classic. Good from each. Go down however you want to start it. Kendrick, Cole, Drake.
Damn for Kendrick. Like that's just obvious. I really wasn't a fan of. I'm not saying it's like the terrible, but that's like a bottom tier album, Mr. Morale for me. For Kendrick, for Cole, let's look at Cole. Oh, the album before this. What is it? What was that? The fall was
All season.
Off season. That was a good album. I like that album.
Mm-hmm.
For Drake, probably what was before Scorpion?
More Life. Then Views.
That's the playlist. That's the playlist album.
Mm-hmm. And
So
then
that's-
Views. Was 2016.
I'll probably say Views. Views got Hotline Bling and all that on there.
That's the last track. Yeah.
Yeah,
Western Road Flows.
Yeah, I'd say Views then.
Pop Style, all that.
Yeah, Pop Style. What's that? Cartier link? That's on More Life.
What song?
What's the shit called? It's something link? Oh, let me look that up. I might have the song wrong. But definitely Views for me though, as far as the album. But yeah, that's just what it is for me. Yeah, that's to answer your question. Yeah.
Okay, so 7-minute drill.
Mm-hmm.
So no, off rip, I thought it was gonna be a 7-minute drill.
Like a 7-minute song.
I didn't think it was gonna be 7 minutes, but something close, 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect nobody to rap just straight 7 minutes on the record. The only nigga who do shit like that is Game. Like too many niggas ain't rapping for that long. This got a whole 20-minute this record, but when I'm listening to the record, this sounds like a nigga. Before I get to the end of the record, so off rip, I'm feeling like, oh, this is like slap boxing with the homeboy.
You can tell it's the newest song though. All them other songs sound kind of.
No, this is definitely.
He did
most
that,
recently.
Yeah, he did that. Like
I don't know when, but it was recently.
I can see him doing that probably the week after We Don't Trust You came out.
This sounds like slapping with the homeboy.
Little slap box session.
This sounds like a slap box session. I could tell Cole didn't really want to kill him. By the time I got to the end of the record, I got my answer. Because he said, hey, basically this is a warning shot. Which tells me if Kendrick was to respond, he got something else. This like when Drake did Charged Up and then we got back to back. I'm not saying Cole is going to do it back to back. I equate this to Charged Up type shit, but better. Because I didn't really like Charged Up like that.
I like Charged Up better than back to back. We get to that later though. But
when I'm listening to the record, I like it. But I could tell from the performance aspect, he didn't really want to kill him as far as the aggression aspect. Cause the beat, look at you, think of the beat. The beat sound like a warm-up session. The first one. Now when the beat switch, the conductor shit, I'm like, okay. Like he gonna really like get to it. I will say the wordplay and the bars are better on a conductor beat. When I first heard the first beat, before the beat switch, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like some just warm-up shit. Like he just letting them know, like, hey, bro, like, you my dog, but stop playing with me type shit. This is what I got from it. Again,
that's a fair assessment.
When I'm listening to the bars, I appreciate the bars because there is some bars on here. But it do sound like Cole held back some. Like when we get into this, like, let me see, because I do got this one. That was on the first. I do like that Nino bar.
That's probably the better bar for me.
I do like that Nino bar. I'm Nino with this thing. This that New Jack City meme. Yeah, I'm aiming at G Money, crying tears before I bust at him. Light work. And you get into light work shit. Then you got shoot a nigga lights out. Yeah, my dog stat fillers. Stat stuff is triple double. Get your ass black duffel. That's when we get into that second part of it. I could tell this nigga, because he mentioned it twice on the first side of the first beat and the second side of the second beat. He ain't really want to kill this nigga like that. And see, I can understand why niggas would look at this like, bro, it wasn't good enough to get a reply. I understand that.
Oh, it's going to get a reply.
I don't think Kendrick is going to reply to it, but I've been wrong about everything so far in this beef.
I think it's going to get a reply.
So, I'm not going to get no more predictions.
I think it's going to get a reply. What I really think Kendrick waiting on now to see if Drake responds to like that first, and he going to go at both of them again. I really feel like the like that verse was. I'm going to separate myself. This is just my theory.
Yeah, get into your bag because me and you got into it on Twitter yesterday.
The nigga took 5 years off, right? The nigga took 5 years off, right? And this has been my thing. Neither one of these niggas really separated themselves from this man, right? Mm-hmm. And Cole's whole thing was like, what, the 4 or 5 albums in 12 years? Well, my nigga, you got one album above him, and this is a nigga that took a 5-year break. So it's like, that's not really saying nothing to me. Like, you're telling me that he only did this much albums in this set amount of time, and you only got one more album than this man, and this man took 5 years off? I can't really go with that. Like, that's not really an angle I can respect. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, I'm back now. I'm active. So y'all think that this break shit was like on some I'm scared of y'all type shit. Now we got like that. So, okay, you respond first. I'm gonna see if your other man respond, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tidal wave the both of you at the same time. I really don't feel like if Kendrick hear this shit, if he hear the 7-minute drill shit, he's like, all right, you telling me this is a warning, but this, like you say, if it's like some tap boxing shit, it's some tap boxing shit.
Cause we all
no go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead.
We all know what the real play is.
Yeah, we know what the real play is.
I understand for you. That's what's really like you itching. I can tell you really itching and really get to the shit on this.
I want to get to that. Like, let's get to that.
But see, when I was telling you yesterday, my whole thing was this, because this is what I ask you. Do you already feel like, regardless of what Cole and Drake say, Kendrick is already gonna win?
No.
Honestly, honestly.
Listen,
is there anything that Drake can do to win this?
Drake has to out-rap niggas. Because we just said these niggas come from off the heels of niggas who...
Yeah, they rap with some of the best. All three of them have.
And they didn't spare no expense. Drake's already spared expense for me. He picks and chooses who he wants to battle. And
that's a fair fact.
I can't respect that because Hove didn't do that. 50 Cent didn't do that. Nas didn't do that. Jada, Beans, all these niggas didn't do that. They didn't spare no expense when it came to rap battling. If you approached them, they accepted your challenge, and they accepted your challenge with all arms. So it's like I can't do that. With Cole, I respect Cole more because, like you say, I told JT this shit. Like, he was like, well, at least the other two niggas shooting. Well, I told this nigga JT, well, shooting just don't mean you, just because you're shooting don't mean you're going to win. But I mean, at the end of the day, I still respect that you're going to shoot. Like, I still respect that. Cole put his
just got a hit for you.
Yeah, he put his hat in the fight. I gotta respect it.
So niggas not respecting the discography angle. Cool.
I just can't respect that shit, man.
That's cool.
I can't.
But this is why I asked you, because you a rapper, and you said I'm not respecting the discography angle. He has to get disrespectful. So my question was, at what level of disrespect are we talking?
If you're telling me that this is a warning shot, then the next one need to be more pungent. The bars got to be way more aggressive, way more. Hey, I'm sitting your ass down type shit. This like some. It's not. I can't say Ether level, but he gotta. Hey, I gotta sit your ass down, nigga. Like this.
Does he have to get personal? Because disrespectful equates to personal.
Hey, I mean, shit. If we taking it there, we gonna take it there. This is how I feel. Cole has to win because Cole is the nicest guy out of all these.
Out of all three, yeah.
He has to. This is like wrestling. He gotta turn heel.
You think there's something that he may know? Because I did hear a little hint of that in the song. Like he always keep referring to cap shit.
All these niggas.
He always keep referring to cap shit with rappers.
All these niggas know each other's business, and I think that's why they move how they move. It's very strategic. All these niggas know each other's business.
But Mo, again, if we have to look at this from Cole's POV. He don't want to kill this nigga for real.
So don't. Do
you feel like he should have had? You should feel like he should have said shit.
Because this like I said.
Just sit back.
We going off what we know rap to be. This shit is highly competitive.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna go all the way with this shit, then you doing everybody a disservice.
You feel like he could have did that without getting disrespectful. You felt like the bars could have been better. Even could he have done better without getting disrespectful?
If you telling me that this is a warning shot,
because like that wasn't disrespectful. That was my whole thing with you and others yesterday. Like that wasn't this whole shit is context. We always have to talk about context. The context of this whole shit is the number one spot.
Right. So I guess
this ain't personal.
So I guess in context, we gotta let it play out more to see what else is said. But with that being said,
this is competition between them two. We all know Drake and Kendrick got something there.
That's what.
But I'm only talking about what we've been provided so far. So I'm only talking about these two right now. We can get to the Drake and Kendrick shit later because all we can have to do for that is just assume. Drake and Kendrick, this shit is sport. And see, this is why I want to have fun with this. I really don't want to get serious out with this shit. I really do want to have fun with this shit because I love it. So when I first hear this shit, yes, I'm a gas it a little bit. That's me. That's what I always do. I always been like that because this is rap. It's competitive. So, yes, I want niggas to get in the booth, rap on their own record. I want to hear Kendrick on his own record. I'm not saying it's a big point against him for just rapping on other shit, but it is a fact. When he disses, it's only on other niggas' shit. We have never heard him on a track by himself dissing niggas. So
what does that matter so much though? Why that
matter? I'm not saying it matters much, but it's a you don't feel like that's a low key cheat code?
How?
For you to jump on other niggas' shit and diss niggas, and then niggas have to go then work on their own shit on their own record, is more work that has to be done for that. Especially when I have to rap longer. It's easier for you, outside of Control, to go in there and just do a 16.
What else is, besides Control and this, what else has he done that on though? There's only 2 songs.
That's the thing. So that's why when I was talking to you 2019 about Andre 3K and Kendrick Lamar about the whole Boogeyman tag, that was a part of my assessment. I don't know if you remember that conversation.
I remember that.
Those moments are good moments because we still talk about them. But for you to come out here, damn, this nigga punched me on some other nigga shit, and I got to go in the studio and do my own shit. I'm not saying niggas can't jump on other niggas shit, but this nigga shooting at you directly. Automatically for a rapper, I got to go in the booth and come up with, get on a record of my own and rap at this nigga.
I don't think it mattered that much. I feel like smoke is smoke, no matter what it is.
What it is.
It is what it is. Like so, it is what it is.
So him not getting on the record on his own, you wouldn't want to hear that?
I mean, of course I'd want to hear it, but
let's say he take 8 months now and he respond on whoever record, whoever.
Hold on, before you do that, but I can't give it that much weight because when he did this shit on Control, nobody came at him directly for him to have a chance to get on his own shit. and diss
The
niggas on
niggas
his
who
own
did
song.
come at him, we didn't really.
Nobody wanted to hear that. We
wanted to hear from Cole,
big-
Drake,
the big three type
Wale,
shit. I didn't want to
whoever else he
hear.
talked about.
I didn't want to hear Kendrick versus
Crit-
Meek Mill.
Crit did, even though you're not a Crit fan, Crit did respond to him though.
I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that. I'm just
You're not
I
trying
just
to hear
being
that.
real with you. Like, I mean, Mark is laughing, but I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I'm just being
Non
honest.
Olympus was a great fucking record, bro.
Okay, but when we talk about like what niggas really want to hear, none of them niggas responded directly. So now we back here.
You don't feel like it's more work though, as a rapper, to go in the booth and get on your own record? No.
Nah, it's the same. We talk about if I'm going off these niggas being the cream of the crop, it shouldn't be that hard for these niggas. It shouldn't. I'm just going off of where we put these niggas and how we got to.
So it would be cool if they respond on the feature too, just on the 16.
I don't care as long as you give me something.
Okay,
Like I don't
okay.
care. I don't
got
care.
you. I got
I'm
you.
not really. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna get that technical with these niggas. Like if you respond, you respond.
All right, so cool. So the angle I presented was niggas. If niggas want to say the discography angle is not the it, cool. He can't talk about the back end at all though. He can't even get a little bit more credit for that if he was to just address the back end.
What back end though? Because the man took 5 years off. You ain't did nothing
I'm-
groundbreaking to be like a.
Not that groundbreaking. I'm talking Mo. We got to talk from Cole's perspective. Put yourself in Cole's body. How is he supposed to approach this? I have to shoot. I have to shoot back, bro. That's what I'm telling you. When I told you yesterday, that's why I said, bro, if that's the case, drop this nigga down to the next tier.
No, that's not about that.
I'm talking about you. We have to talk. We talked about this from Kendrick's perspective, so we got to talk about from Cole. What else am I supposed to poke at if the context of this is the number one spot? If you're telling me like you told me yesterday, I'm not feeling that discography angle. Cool. Everybody in this room agrees that Kendrick overall is a better rapper than Cole. He overall has the better discography. It's not a debate there. Let's scratch that. If I'm telling you, okay, cool, and I present to you, he can't talk about the back end at all. I'm not talking about I'm talking about period. Nigga, I've been here, you not. I've been getting busy on all season. I've been getting busy on these features. Where the fuck you been at? That's not even you can't give that more than the discography angle.
That can be part of the story, my nigga. But if that's all you're gonna say, and then you're gonna mix that with, well, I don't really want to kill you, my nigga. So you wasting my time. You wasting my time.
I'm just talking about the angle aspect.
No, that's,
like,
what I'm speaking to. If that's one of your angles, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're saying, hey, so I've been outside, I've been on a feature run, I've been doing this. I really don't want to kill you, my nigga, because I fuck with you. What are we really talking about?
I feel like he could do it more lethal though. Like
So
I feel like he can. He didn't do it. It's not. I'm just asking you because you have a rapper's background. If you're J. Cole and you go into it, you could package an angle of talking about this back end.
I mean,
Well, number one, I've been more active, and also I've been busy. You saying it's not ground? Who's been the better rapper since 2018, in your opinion?
who's been more active?
No.
Who's the better rapper?
Who's been the better rapper since 2018?
I mean, I can't say that Cole's been the better rapper because I'd have to if I say, hey, he's been.
I'm not talking about overall. I'm just talking about from that starting point, from 2018 to now, who's been the better rapper? Because I feel like Cole has been the better rapper since 2018.
But
your
main thing is he's just been rapping more. That's all it is.
No, he's been quality rapping too. I'm not just talking about J. Cole has been quality rapping since 2018.
My fork in the road here is Kendrick ain't really been active like that, so I can't really. That's why I say I can't.
So it's not a fair assessment because he ain't been active.
No, I mean what has he been doing besides damn?
That's what I'm saying. That partly that has to go into it because all I have to go off is Mr. Morale, Heart Part 5, which I love, love it. Everybody knows that, and that's another thing. Like niggas, I hate when niggas pick and choose. When I'm not gonna be apologetic about my praise and I'm not gonna be apologetic about my criticism. You niggas gonna get out your fucking feelings with that shit. The same way I praise Hove, Drake, Kanye, I critique them niggas the same if there's criticism to be said. I'm going to do the same for these three niggas. I don't feel like I have to keep saying over and over and over and over and over again To Pimp a Butterfly is a good album. I don't feel like I have to keep saying over and over, damn is a good album. No, bro, I don't feel like I have to keep saying that same shit over and over. I fuck with this nigga. I have him placed number 2 for a reason. But the reason why, and I don't want niggas to absolve that, Shout out my nigga J Will. He had a good space. We had a good conversation with this shit yesterday. It is a fair assessment for Cole to talk about that if I've been out here and we've known we coming off the heels of niggas being active. I'm not saying being active is the bulk of the pie. I said this last week. I'm going to say it again. I'm saying it's a piece. So if I am J. Cole going into this booth, honestly, I'm going to be real with you, Mo. I didn't feel like that was an angle to take neither because his discography is better. It's like the same. It's kind of like, okay, like when I put it to you, like when Pusha got on Story Added On, when he said out the gate,
drug dealing aside,
ghostwriting aside. Let's go ahead and put that to the side, my nigga. You got the front end. That's how I feel like Cole could have went about it. Like, okay, cool.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
But Mo, we also do this with sports and all this other shit too.
Right.
We have to be fair. This is why I say this. What have you done for me lately? Don't talk to me about what the fuck you did 2015, 17, 13, 14. Nigga, I've been out here. We come from a cloth where the part of the criteria is you getting fucking busy, you being active. Again, I'm not saying a nigga had to drop an album every year, but I've been out here not only rapping, but quality rapping, nigga. Where the fuck you been at? That's what I'm talking about as far as the angle. That's all I'm saying. If niggas want to say that this RV angle ain't it, cool. I charge that. Let's put that to the side, nigga. What have you done for me lately? Because this is why we talk about certain niggas. When we talk about basketball and we talk about, yeah, that nigga such and such was getting busy but nigga, that was 2020. That was 2021. This other nigga, he been out here. Yeah, he might not have separated from him as far as the overall conversation, but we got to talk about that.
All right, so with that being said, though, with him doing all this,
it's not an overall conversation,
all this
bro.
quality rapping. No, it's not even overall. It's just like, is him using that angle of him being more active? Does that really move any needles, though?
If the bars are there, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the angle. Yeah, if the bars is there. That's what I'm saying. I'm only talking about if y'all didn't like it, you can't say, you didn't even tell me yes, Mike. You was just like, nah, fuck that. You can't even use that angle.
Because he just did it. He just did it, right? Was it enough to be like, hey, he might have edged him on this first round? When you listen to the like that verse,
I like them both equally though. That's
like that verse and this right here. Which one you say would win a first round? Honestly,
bro.
And I want you to say Cole. Like, be real, bro. Be real.
No, but see, they're equally good. I get the edge to Kendrick, but I do feel like I put it to you like this: if Kendrick don't reply, I understand why he didn't, because Cole approached it like, you my dog, I don't want to kill you.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
No, that's my whole thing. Like, you can't wanna this shit get cannibalistic, my nigga. This shit is dog eat dog. If I put a pit bull that got blood in his mouth against another pit bull who don't got blood in his mouth, and he trying to pander around the ring, he gonna die in that ring. He gonna die.
Did he die?
If Kendrick come back and
No. Did he die in his first round?
He didn't win.
Okay then. So,
he didn't win the first round.
So what was
he's going back to his corner limping. He didn't win this first round at all. He didn't.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, you can't come in this shit passively. Hey, you my dog. I don't really want to square up with you, but we gonna do this shit.
No.
I
get that though. That's what I'm saying. But the way you was talking yesterday, as if that shit was a dub completely. That's why I'm just be real. If it was a dub completely, just say it was a dub completely.
What you mean, like
whole shit? Is this?
I mean, I ain't really, because it's like it's too many boxes that weren't checked for me. It just
and the boxes were lack of aggression.
What else? The angles.
Angles. Okay.
Those are two
major.
big ones. Those are major for me because it's like, what are we really talking about here? What are we really doing?
Could have saved it, basically.
Could have saved this shit. You could have.
I feel you. I do feel like, because like that wasn't that lethal to me.
It was his energy on there.
It was his energy on there. Yes.
On there, and him.
And his bars for real again was more so at Drake.
And that's why I say, like, in the way.
What's the major bars in like that? Nigga, fuck the big three. Nigga, it's just Big Me. Your best work was a light pack. Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack and the all your dogs getting buried. Those are the three major bars, right? But it wasn't on no takeover level, no ether level type.
I'm putting that with the context that I know between Drake and Kendrick already, and I'm like, this shit more towards Drake. I
Yeah.
don't really if that's why I said if
So
Cole
it's kind of like you got 3 homeboys. Like, yeah. At one point in time, we was all 3 homeboys.
Right.
This one right here, cool. But nigga, you get barred up too. I'm shooting. You standing right there. But your man's
and you buddy with this nigga. You buddy
Yes.
with this nigga.
Yes.
So you kind of gotta get it by proxy.
yes.
You feel me? So it's like, all right, you just did this whole first person shooter shit. You gotta get this shit with this nigga, but my nigga, you're not really what I want. I want this nigga that I've been had this Cold War with for the last decade now.
Yes.
This is the stage. You just here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's how I always carried on with this shit. Like, and that's how I'm gonna critique this shit. Like, that's just where I'm at.
So Cole overall, you give it just a.
It was cool,
It was
but not
cool.
enough.
It wasn't enough.
Jadakiss.
Yeah. It wasn't enough.
It was not
So
enough.
if Kendrick don't reply, it's cool.
This rap. So I conflicted. I guess me and shout out my nigga Slugger. We was talking about that shit on Facebook. He was like, do you honestly feel like Kendrick has to respond? And I'm like, I'm 50-50 because it's rap. Him being who he is, he gonna give him something back. But it's like we all know what this shit really about.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all know what this shit about, man. That's why I'd be like, bro, let's just cut all the fat and get to what this shit really is.
You feel like Drake's scared?
Going off his track record, yeah. Cause ain't Cole and Drake on the same tour right now?
He came up for a few shows. His last show is tonight.
So you telling me this man already had all these other songs in the tuck, but Like That came out last week, right? Week and a half ago?
Yeah, week and a half ago.
And this man already done, I'm not this not saying I don't know what Drake got cooking up. I don't know what he got cooking up, but I said it would make more sense for Cole to do something this weekend, and it happened.
It happened.
So my thing is,
I didn't think it was gonna be this quick.
my thing is, my nigga, you on tour. You know what I'm saying? You got time in between these shows. Like you take days off. Like it's not like you're doing a show 12 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? You see what's going on. You in sexy red videos. You on Instagram doing, Drake shit. You doing
Them videos is old though.
You doing passive aggressive shit towards Travis Scott at your shows.
That's fact.
What we doing? But I feel like if it was anybody but Kendrick, he would have said something. That's my honest opinion. That's what
I wouldn't go against that. I wouldn't go against that. If it was somebody else, it probably would. But that's why I feel like he's taking his time.
So he knows. No, I mean, and that's fair too.
I don't think he's gonna stop. I don't think he's gonna respond to Kendrick on tour. Honestly,
the last time
that wouldn't be a play I think he would do.
I mean,
didn't
wait? Wasn't back to back during the tour?
No, that Meek was on tour. He
performed He performed it on the tour though.
No, he wasn't on tour, Mo. He didn't. He performed that at OVO Fest. This is the summertime.
Okay. Well,
Nicki and Meek
when is OVO Fest this year?
That's in July.
July?
It's usually around July.
All right, I'm going to give Drake a lot of breathing room here. He got to July. That's 2 months.
Even then, I feel like that's long. I say like June, end of May.
I
really don't want to say a timetable for real because, again, like, Kendrick just get to do the shit whenever he wants. Now, I'm not saying niggas can drag it out to September now. I'm not saying that at all. The shit is here now, and we in a different time. Like, it got to be at least by June. I say that.
I'm going to give him July because I'm going to give him to his festival. I give Cole. I said, hey, this shit coming up. He got something.
So I'm going to ask, like, I know it's not on us as fans to come up with no type of angles and none of that, all type of shit. But we can do predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like there's a way that Drake can honestly win this shit? Or do you already feel like Kendrick already like he gonna come out victorious?
I feel like as a fan, I'm gonna say Kendrick because he's just more aggressive towards this shit. I feel like he knows some shit. He knows some shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel that's why Drake kind of tippy toeing around it. I don't, but at the same time, we just conspiring right now. We don't know, like I do know Drake is being strategic due to his past in rap battles. And that's fair. Like I ain't gonna say that. He know when he got to step correct. So take your time. That's why I say, hey,
What do you think is Drake's best rapping performance? That you feel like he would have to match or be above? Give me a record, any.
I feel like
for you to respect it.
I feel like if he was on some charged up shit, but way more lethal within it, because charged up was like that was a spar. But if he really wanted to, I feel like he's better in that bag. Like if he really trying to talk to you, like don't do the club banger angle. That's not gonna work.
No, of course I agree with that. No,
that's not gonna work.
I'm talking
that
about the rapping records.
That's what I'm saying. He gotta get in that type of bag. Like, hey, we know what's on Drake name, bro. Like when it comes to rapping in general, he gotta really, this is like an important battle. If he decides to really like take this shit seriously, like this I ain't gonna say it's a make or break, but it's like I know, bro. Like when niggas really when the niggas really came to your door, like you losing. But you pick at the same time you pick and choose who you want to battle. Mm-hmm. So it's like it kind of would affect his like all time standing for me. Like as far as like where do you put him like with the Titans of this shit? Mm-hmm. That's just my opinion.
Do you feel like this is gotta be all facts, or can it have some exaggeration for the flavor?
You can add some flavor on it, but it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense. It gotta make sense.
So
bro.
You can have some exaggerations.
Because Kendrick, if I'm looking at it like this, Kendrick might have some flair in there, but Kendrick going for the juggler.
Yeah,
Kendrick gonna go for the juggler. Just like
I do feel like Cole did tell one truth in that though.
Just like what you mean?
In his diss.
And then like that?
No. In Cole's diss.
What do you say?
He said we only talk about him when he come out dissing.
That's kind of cap, but I mean
that's why we here discuss why it's cap.
We talk about him for other things outside of just music in general.
No, we talking about within music mode. That's what we talking about.
I mean, but we
honestly lately do we honestly talk about what do we really talk about Kendrick for?
Niggas been talking about Kendrick tour killing numbers for like the last year now. Like niggas be talking about Kendrick, bro. It's not like this is a far-fetched thing. Like Kendrick been on tour. He has like the highest grossing tour right now. Like niggas been talking about this. Like niggas be talking about Kendrick other like shit outside of music and in music. Like it's a reason why like people still talk about this man. Like so I can't really say we only talk about him when he dissing. That's not a good angle. That's why I say like he didn't check a lot of boxes for me, bro, on this shit. I can't really give him. If I had to say, hey, who won round one? He didn't win this round because I'm going off facts. I gotta go off the facts. The flair is cool because it's like, oh yeah, he tripping off this nigga. That's a part of this shit. We rapping. It's still sport, but what sticks? Nothing really sticks.
Everything you just said is a fact. I'm talking about when Cole is saying that, I'm assuming, because I'm attaching my rapper's brain to this. When he says that, he's talking from a rapping aspect as far as the talk. So lately, outside Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, we known him. We talk about him when he came back on Baby Keem record. Mm-hmm. We talked about him on the Heart Part 5. And then we talked about him again on Like That lately. We mainly talk about Kendrick when he's in those moments. Because he said, this nigga pop out every 30 months with a verse, da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. That's what if I'm assuming what Cole is saying on this record, that's what he's talking about as far from a rapping aspect. That's when we talk about Kendrick the most. And every time, and I'm already accepted that's his formula. If that's Kendrick's formula, cool. As of late, if that's his formula, cool. Because on his front end, he was active. He was getting busy. All that other shit. Lately, we didn't anticipate Heart Part 5 dropping during the NBA playoffs. Mm-hmm. We didn't anticipate that. We loved it. I was disappointed because I got Mr. Morale after that. Niggas wasn't really talking about that shit. He comes back out. We ain't heard from this nigga since then, which is fine. It's 2 years. I ain't really tripping. First time we hear from him since that point is like that. Prior to that, we heard him on Baby Keem 2021, smoking on top fives, all that shit. He came back that following year, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Okay, Mr. Morale, here we are 2 years later. Boom. It's the excitement factor. Do you feel like, and be honest, bro, do you feel like that does not play into how we revere him as of late? The shock factor has to matter as far as when we hear from it, because it's like, oh shit, on far as niggas judge him on these records. I'm just talking about, that's not to take away from his performance. I'm talking about the shock factor of, oh shit, this nigga back. Because Baby Keem, shocked. Like that, shocked. Hard Part 5, shocked.
You dropped Hillbillies too with Keem too last year. That was 2023 or 2022.
I'm not sure. You have to
But
let me know.
either way,
Do you
like,
feel like the shock factor plays it? Somebody asked me this yesterday, and I was like, bro, you may have a point in that. If we're not used to hearing from somebody at a certain point and they pop out, that may play into your assessment of the record because, damn, we ain't heard from this nigga.
I mean, that can go both ways though, because if the Like That verse was trash, then this is a completely different conversation.
I'm not saying it takes away from the performance. I'm just asking, is that a factor?
The performance you gotta
I'm talking about the shock factor.
If he playing the shock factor role, then I mean, how do we hold that against him just because he picks and chooses the spots when he wants to come out, not picking and choosing when he battles, but just when he come out? Is that a knock? Because if the performance not up to par, then we gonna hey man, get that shit out of here.
I'll tell you this though.
If the performance not good, we're gonna be like, nigga, you need to do something else. We're not even that's a consensus. That's a consensus thing. That's just not a fan base thing, because even the fans be like, bro, like, come on.
Yeah, because overall we say get Mr. Morale out of here.
Right. And you know, that's cool.
Some people like it. Cool.
Some people like it, some people don't.
Because that rapping performance on that album to me, and it's never about the content with me. Do you care about the content?
No, I don't care about the content.
You just want good music.
If it translates well, it translates.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the content. He talked about a lot of shit on that album.
Yeah, so I don't care about the content on Mr. Morale. That the music just wasn't good, and the rapping wasn't. Maybe he didn't approach. Maybe he didn't approach the album with "I need the bar fest niggas." That's fine.
That's what I'd look. I feel like he should have approached the album like that, coming off a break. I feel like he should have been on some rapping shit. Mr. Morale should have been the album.
And that's only because I hadn't heard from him in a minute. That's the reason why
That's
I feel
fair.
like
No,
that.
I feel like that too. I feel like Mr. Morale should have been the album where he's rapping, potentially going at niggas on his own shit. If y'all want to put that in there, and whatever come after that should have been like the more introspective shit.
Mr. Morale was giving me was a nigga having blue balls. Facts. You gassed me.
I think he was experimenting some shit, and
that's cool. But don't give me Hard Part 5, then give me Mr. Morale. That's all I say, because that was a big moment. That was a big moment. Like, I still listen to that record till this day, and that's why I love the nigga the way I love him. Because I know when he gets in that bag, that's when he gets in that bag. I will never be apologetic about the activity. I stand on that. I'll never be apologetic about that. Because we revere the big three the way we revere the big three because of that piece. Let's say all three of them was on that time. I'll say this right now. We won't even have a big three conversation. All three of them was doing the shit like that.
It come down to the quality of the music too, though.
It does. But I think we would just be like, you know, we group. When did we establish a big three? 2015, 16-ish? I think it was a little bit before that.
Before that. It was before like 2012, 2011 type shit.
Okay, cool. Around that time frame, niggas
I feel like
busy. The quality was there.
Cut you off.
You good.
I feel like when everybody from the blog era was dropping their debut albums, that's when the shit got teared out. So Cudi dropped his debut album.
I say 2013 because Cole wasn't really that. His debut really wasn't that monumental.
But he still had his mixtapes did a lot for him though.
It did.
Them shit did a lot for him.
It did.
So that's why I gotta put him. That's why niggas still gave him grace with that first album.
And Truly Yours. That little EP.
Exactly. So it's like a lot of.
I still listen to that. Shout out to Cold Summer.
So a lot of that. So he had to get placed in a higher tier just because we already know he can do.
So just to pick a starting point, 2012, 13-ish.
2013.
Okay, so let's say 2013. If they was doing what Kendrick is doing now around then, we wouldn't have had no big three conversations.
We would have had to put somebody else another three.
Exactly.
We would have had to put. Well,
so that's why for me, Mo, that's why my criticism of him, it's not the quality outside of Mr. Morale. It's not the quality. I love to hear my favorites rap. Period. I will never be apologetic about that. I will never say a nigga has to give me an album every year. No, I believe in taking time off. I'm sticking to the 2-3 year window, but I want to hear you rap. I don't care if it's on another nigga's shit. Give me something because that's why I love you. I will not be apologetic about that. Never will. His 5-year break, and again, I don't want to get long drawn out on this again, is unacceptable to me, period. Especially when you came back with Mr. Morale. Unacceptable. All right, cool. We off that now. When I hear this nigga rap on like that, this is why I love that nigga. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Give me this more. That's all I'm asking.
And that's cool. That's fair. That's fair. But
That's all I'm asking,
my
bro.
thing is
This is no bias. I am a very objective nigga, bro. I promise you I am. This is no shit because I do not. If niggas feel like I'm coming off as a Drake hater, I mean not a Drake hater, a Kendrick hater, cool, whatever it is. I know I've been fair in my assessment of all three of these niggas. I am never going against the grain, and this is why the fuck I gotta kill Punch. I'm tired of niggas always copping pleas after when the nigga gets shot back. Granted, if niggas didn't like the shot back, cool. Don't cop a plea and talk about, I feel like niggas hating. Was it hate when Kendrick was hopping out dissing niggas? No, that was competition.
No, I don't think he was talking about like.
He talking about niggas in the industry and fans.
I think he's talking about niggas more so gassing that shit. It was a lot of gas on this 7-minute drill shit, bro. Like
Mo, if he feel like it's gas, cool. Don't say it's hate though. If anybody out the big three is the most loved, it's that nigga.
That's his man's though. He gonna say it's hate. The same.
But we would call that bullshit for any other camp. If anybody in Dreamville came out and be like, oh man, I feel like this shit some hate. Nah, bro, the nigga. If Mo, keep it a band.
I don't think so. I'm keeping it a band. I don't think so.
Mo, keep it a band. If JID after Like That came out and said, man, I feel like it's a lot of hate, what would we say? What would we say about that? Keep it a fucking 100 right now.
I don't think so.
Don't play games with me, bro. What would we say?
Wait, before we do this, I think I've specifically seen Drake bag holders come out and tweet some shit and niggas just let it slide. Niggas, that's why Drake, when we do this shit now, you gotta understand. We talk about Cole, who's passive aggressive with the beef shit. Nobody from his camp really talk. When Drake pick and choose who he want to battle, he take an L, and his people tweet and say shit, they get to say they shit in peace. So I don't want to hear.
No, the niggas like you, because it's a lot of niggas like you, y'all kill that. I don't think that shit is cool either. His fans are already. Drake has the big. Let's get this established, bro. Drake has the biggest fan base out the three. You know.
That's kind of debatable. I think Drake make more.
Let me not say fans. Stands. Who got the worst stands out the three?
He got the worst.
His stands are always gonna. We see his stand pages all the time on Twitter, bro.
I'm talking about his camp. I'm talking about the camp.
Yes, the camp. And so the stands are gonna talk in support of the camp, is what I'm saying. That's not gonna absolve the real. But we have to understand stands are stands for a reason. That's not dictating anything. So I don't want to. Don't get attached to that. I'm talking about something specific. The real niggas like this in this room, and other niggas who assess this shit. What the fuck would we say if JID came out and said after Like That what Punch said? What would we say? And Cole had not yet responded to that record.
I don't know. I'm being real. I really don't know because
we would say that's copping please. That's not hate. Kendrick is just rapping at this nigga for the sport, nigga. He ain't hating. It ain't no hate going on. This is strictly sport. At no point in time, you've never said it. I've never said it. Marcus never said it. Drew never said it. At no point in time has anybody said, since Kendrick has been rapping at these niggas, that's coming from a place of hate. We've never said that. So what is this? What is this hate thing? No, my nigga, like, nobody's hating on Kendrick. Nobody hating on this nigga. Nobody, that, to me, that them tweets look like he was copping please, my nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel like I seen Chubbs say been on some shit like that. Chubbs or the Baca nigga.
He could though.
That's all I'm saying. I feel like I done seen that angle played by the OVO camp before.
I'm talking about overall though.
No, overall, that would be on some cop and please shit because, like I said,
me and you are not in the OVO camp. I'm talking about overall. Chubbs, I would expect that from Chubbs. He's OVO. Yes, we know that's something personal there.
So we expect that from Punch then. We expect that from Punch. That's all I'm saying.
He's talking about from an overall, though. He ain't talking about just, if he said, I feel like there's some hate coming from that camp, that's valid. He talking about overall, my nigga. Bro, overall.
It's the same thing, bro.
No, he talking to everybody.
If Chubbs came out and be like, man, I think niggas hating on Drake, niggas gonna say, hey, you copping please, my nigga, shut the fuck up. If Punch did the same thing and niggas say, nigga, you're copping please, shut the fuck up. It's the same shit. It's literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing, bro. It's the same thing.
Kendrick rapping that Drake and all these niggas is not hate. That's what I'm saying. It's not hate.
No, I think that when Punch said that, I think he was talking more so to niggas gassing this shit. That's what I think. When you ask me that, that's what I think he's speaking to. I don't think he's on some, I think the industry hate. I think like when he was speaking on the industry like hating niggas, I think he was speaking more to so y'all niggas gassing this shit, bro. Like we all heard this shit. Which I feel the same. I kind of feel, bro, because this shit wasn't venomous, bro.
No, it wasn't venomous.
It wasn't that good to where we like, this nigga clapped Kendrick. No, he didn't. He didn't. So that's why I feel like I can see him saying, hey, y'all niggas hating, bro, because y'all kind of gassing this shit, bro. Y'all gassing this shit, bro. He ain't say that per se, but that's why I feel like he's really trying to say y'all gassing this shit, bro. Because if anybody else had this kind of lackluster diss, y'all would call it what it is on a consensus level. Y'all not doing this shit, bro. Only because Kendrick took a 5-year break. Only because Kendrick can do that. And y'all have to do this. Y'all have to do what y'all got to do. The same way we say, hey, young boy don't got to shoot videos with these niggas. Young boy don't got to do features with these niggas. He still sell his millions. Y'all got to do that shit. Kendrick don't got to do the shit that these other two niggas got to do. And y'all, I feel like niggas don't want to admit this shit, bro. Niggas don't want to admit that shit in the East at them.
No, I don't feel like if I'm not off the heels of that album.
Well, niggas still talking about the shit. Niggas still talking. If he dropped Mr. Around after a 5-year break, and y'all saying that this break still matters that much, it got to be something else there. Because if he took 5 years off and he dropped a bad album, so why does the 5-year break matter that much then?
What you mean?
If he took 5 years off and these other niggas had 5 years to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do, and he came back and he dropped Mr. Morale, y'all not fucking with the shit. I don't fuck with it neither.
Yeah.
Why does this break matter so much to y'all niggas then? Y'all had 5 years. That's how I'm looking at the shit. Y'all had 5 years.
No, that's valid. I said that last week. I adjusted my mindset as far as that conversation. I said that. I said, bro, because you said the field has to matter.
And that's why I say he's...
The field. I'm not saying them two separated themselves tremendously. I have my placement where I have my placement from an overall perspective.
So in the 5 years then, if this 5 years, and that's why I say this shit, that's why I said what I said yesterday. If this 5 years mattered so much and he came back with a bad album, then it should have been some change in the rankings, and it wasn't. Why we not doing that then? It's not about putting Cole in another tier. If anything, we talk about these niggas. We're not talking about nobody else. So if this nigga had a 5-year break and he still came back with that, it should be an overall ranking change. But we're not doing that. Why? Why are we not doing that?
Because his discography is better.
Okay then. So this shit didn't matter. That shit didn't matter. He could have took 10 years off then. If we going off that logic.
No, well, my whole thing was, again, I I will never be apologetic about the activity, bro.
Bro, so if the activity, you're not unapologetic about the
I'm not.
activity, and this nigga wasn't active at all.
But I just told you
And y'all
lately
telling
he's been
me-
a better rapper.
Y'all telling me
Overall, he's still better than him.
Y'all telling me that Cole last album's better than Mr. Morale. I'm not gonna argue that. Y'all telling me Cole had all these quality raps. He been on a feature run.
Facts.
That should, to me, if y'all telling me he been outperforming this nigga this much in 5 years, he should be.
Don't add sauce. Don't say that much.
We gotta add the sauce.
An album could be better. It's not tremendously better.
If y'all telling me he been outperforming this nigga for 5 years. Y'all telling me a nigga been outperforming a nigga for 5 years, right? And the said nigga came back after the 5 years with a bad album. He should drop, right?
Nah, because we got 10 years before that.
But y'all telling me this 5 years matter so much, so it don't matter then.
No, it matters as far as from a rapping aspect. That's what I'm talking about. It matters from a rap. Nah, I've had a conversation with niggas yesterday. Me and you having a conversation. There are some fans out there that feel like he passed him. I don't agree with that. I told you that. I don't agree with that from an overall perspective. I asked you lately from 18 to now, that's 6 years to now, who has been the better rapper? You said it's still Kendrick because you don't have nothing to go off from him. Cool. I said I feel like from that time period, if I'm judging like how we do in basketball, who's been a better basketball player? Mo, who's been a better basketball player for the past 6 years? Paul George, or let's say for the past 6 years, let's say fuck it, let's say damn, who kind of been on the tear lately? Fuck it. If player A, player B, if we know player A overall is the better player, but for these past 6 years, player B been more active. He's been having some good performances. Who's just been a better player from 6 years? Now, you may say it ain't really saying much. Fine. I'm simply just asking the question. I'm not saying, again, overall, J. Cole is better than him. From 2018 to now, he's just been a better rapper. I'm not saying hold on, bro.
Okay.
Because I let you talk. I'm not saying significantly better, tremendously better. All I said was the album was better, bro. I'm not saying All Season was a classic. I'm not saying it was tremendously better. I'm not saying I never used those words. I think we have to be okay with some things. We have to be okay with gray areas. This goes with everything. Everything don't gotta be super ass. Everything don't gotta be super good. We do this with rappers all the time. Like, I'm tired of niggas always saying everybody is fucking legends. Everybody ain't legends. There are some good rappers. That's why I asked a question on the podcast some years ago. Who are just some good rappers, bro? Just give me some good rappers. You get what I'm saying? Vado, good rapper. Ace Hood, good rapper. You see what I'm saying? Young Dro, good rapper. You get what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't a legend, though. And that's fine. I'm saying the same thing. Me saying the off season is not saying that shit is tremendously better. All I'm saying is he has been rapping more and rapping better than him over these last 5 years. That's it. Don't add no extras to what I'm saying. I hate that shit.
So in basketball terms, then, if a nigga had a better 5 seasons better than said another player who just hasn't in power rankings, that player going to be above that player
for that time period. For now, yes. For now. But me and you have always been having an overall conversation, bro.
Right now, I guarantee if you look at a power ranking, SGA is over LeBron James.
Facts for right now.
Okay, so why we not doing that?
No, he ain't overall better than him.
So why y'all not gonna even temporarily put him above Kendrick right now in a power ranking type shit?
I said that though. I said that.
You say that.
I asked you I'm talking about from 2018 to now, who's been a better rapper? Him. But we always said, I told Royce this in a tweet yesterday, I said, overall, he's the better rapper. As of lately, we do this all the time, bro. As of late, just like with basketball, SGA is having a great fucking year. If somebody wants to put him there, fine, that's valid. That don't mean overall you're better than LeBron James, nigga. No, you don't get to do that. I want you to apply the same analogy here. That does not mean I'm looking at Kendrick, I feel no type of way. We do this with sports too. So I'm equating this with rap too. We do this. There's no feelings attached to this shit when I talk about this. I'm being fair in my analysis. I said it last week with SGA. For the first time ever, he has been dubbed top 5, never been in the playoffs. It's never happened. Mike presenting the question on always got to have no venom behind it. Me asking questions is for y'all to see if y'all really mean what the fuck you saying. I'm going to ask questions.
Because I'm going to be real. If we doing it like that, then Drake got to fall too then. If we talk about albums, these albums that he been dropping, not what we expect.
I feel like his work has been good, though. Me and you not going to agree on that. And that's fine. We always have to end these conversations with us agreeing to disagree. I don't feel like when you say Drake shit ain't been good, I honestly feel you feel like that. That's your honest assessment, bro. But I want that on the same end when it comes to me. Because I don't revere Scorpion. You get what I'm saying? I don't revere More Life like that. I don't. Like I said, he has 3 classics. Take Care, CLB, and If You're Reading This Is Too Late. Everybody consensus-wise says Nothing Was the Same is his classic. I listened to that album last week, and I still don't feel like it's a classic. How
could you say CLB is a classic?
I like the rapping. I like the cohesiveness of the album. I like the rapping performances on the album, and I like the other songs on the album. It's a whole collective body of work that I consistently revisit more than I revisit Nothing Was the Same. That's just my honest assessment, bro. This is not me being on no stand shit. So when you say you don't like this man shit and I leave it at that, I want that same reciprocity on my end. I'm not coming at this shit. I want to be able to talk about Drake the same way I talk about Wayne without it being none of that other shit. Because me and you agree on Wayne, let's have it like that when we disagree on Drake. And that's fine. I feel like his rapping and his albums have been better than Cole throughout this whole stretch. That's my honest take. This not being on no stand shit. Even though he is my favorite out the 3. You get what I'm saying? At no point in time throughout his career have I ever revered everything that he did is fucking gold. At the minimum, it's been good. I didn't like Honestly Nevermind. I don't fuck with that album. I don't. But just because I revere all his projects, I do feel like he got more good than he got bad. That's just my honest opinion, dog. Me and you not always going to agree on it. We agree on a lot of shit, and it's fine. But if we disagree, that don't mean that I feel some type of way because I like the rapper, and I like his rapping performance, and I like his rapping ability. You feel like over the last 5 years, Drake ain't put out nothing worthy of the conversation. You are entitled to that.
I also got data that go with that, though. I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people who feel like this.
There's a lot of people that feel that Drake has also done good on CLB the same way I feel. So what is that? So this is my honest question. So is it if me and you agree on Wayne and his whole career, right? Being honest, why would there be any type of extra shit if me and you don't agree on Drake? Even if it ain't Drake, it could be anybody else. Why would it be like that?
Well,
if me and you disagree that CLB ain't that, it could just be that. That ain't me just because it's going up against Kendrick or going this. I honestly feel like CLB is better than the offseason. I honestly feel like that.
Nah, what I'm saying because we doing this whole. Because Drake is just in this 5-year stretch as Kendrick in this 5-year stretch. So y'all telling me from 2018 up to now, he's been nothing but gold. Like not you, but a lot of people would say, hey, this guy still should be number 1. Well, a lot of people feel like he shouldn't be number 1 either.
That's fine.
So
that's all I'm saying. But I feel like Drake has remained number 1. He's never dropped.
Due to what though?
His rapping performance, his quality of work,
I feel like
activity.
I feel like his popularity in his fan base keep him number 1. He got one of the biggest fan bases. I feel like that's what keep him number 1.
But but you just said it's debatable as far as fan base. All of them are recognized worldwide.
Yeah, that's why Kendrick can take a 5-year break. Kendrick got a different type of fan base. He can take 5 years and be afloat.
And honestly, I love Drake for his his rapping ability, his rapping performance. So I just posted my heavy rotation the other day. Most of my Drake records are him just rapping for 4 or 5 minutes. That's what I like. That's why I like Kendrick. So my metric is the same for all 3 of them. One just does it more.
So I just want to get to the.
I didn't like, again, I didn't fucking like Honestly Nevermind, bro. I like CLB. Her Loss, I liked. When I hear him rap on Middle of the Ocean, it's like, when I hear him rap on Middle of the Ocean, Diplomatic Immunity and all that shit, that's just Drake putting that out there like, oh, when he gave me that EP after For All the Dogs, and For All the Dogs is a good album. I'm not saying it's this grandiose shit. I just like the album. When he dropped the EP after that shit, this is why I fuck with that nigga. Cause that's just him rapidy rap, stories about my brother Red Button, Evil Ways with J. Cole, all that. That's what I like, bro. That's why I love Wayne the way that I love Wayne. Because when he was out here getting busy, he was out here spazzing on nigga shit. If I've been spoiled by Wayne, I charge that to the game. But that's what I like from my favorites. I love when they rap. And I do love the other. Don't get it fucked up. I love a lot of records from Kendrick Lamar too. Sing About Me is my favorite record from Kendrick Lamar. Black of the Berry is the best song to me on To Pimp a Butterfly. I love that record because that nigga was spazzing on that motherfucker. So my metric is the same here. Don't get it fucked up. My metric is the same. Kendrick is gonna paint a picture more so with his body, with his records more than the other two. He's great at that. I'll always say his strong point is his storytelling. That's why I love Damn more than I love To Pimp a Butterfly. It's not to say that To Pimp a Butterfly is bad. It's not a bad album. I would never say no dumb shit like that. But I love Damn more because of the sequencing, the theme behind it, and each record attached to the title of the record. It's a very good album. It's a very good album. But also, with that being said, I am entitled to also say with Drake, when I hear that EP, when I hear him rap on Middle Ocean, when I hear him rap on 7 a.m. Bridal Path, when I hear him rap on Champagne Poetry, No Friends in the Industry, that's what I like from that nigga. I do like the other songs too, because I do like The Remorse. I do like Fountains with Tim's. You get what I'm saying? I do like TSU when he get in his R&B bag. What have I always said about Drake? I would love for Drake to just give me a full rapping album. He ain't giving me that. I got to appreciate the moments on the album. I do that with Cole and I do that with Kendrick too. Outside of Miss Morale. Again, outside of Honestly Nevermind, because I don't revisit that album. Niggas say, oh, you got to be here, such and such. That. So I'm fair in my assessment, dog, even though I'm a fan. You get what I'm saying? Like, I am fair. If you feel like over the last 5 years that Drake has not been up to par, that's fine. You can have that. I'm not going to argue that. I just don't want it to be nothing on my end when I say, oh, well, I feel like if you want to put Cole over Drake over these last 5 years, you can do that. Shout out to Wes. Wes said it yesterday. He's like, dog, over these last 5 years, I feel like Cole been number one out the three. Okay, cool. I disagree with that, but cool.
That's not really a hot take neither. If we want to do that, neither. That's not a hot take.
I'm not saying it is, but I just disagree. I've kept Drake number one throughout this whole stretch. That's just what it is. Everybody else is entitled to feel how they feel. It's nothing else attached to it. That's just how that's how I feel. I feel like he's the best rapper out the three. And overall, I feel like he collectively has put out the better work out the three. I'm not saying Drake has a better album than Good Kid. I just did a ranking the other day out those three. J. Cole just had one album out that stretch. When I listed the 10, I got Good Kid, Mad City number 1. I got If You're Reading This Is Too Late number 2. That's it. Drake, to me, got 3 classics. Kendrick, to me, got 3 classics, and everything else is good or great outside of Mr. Morale. Drake, he got 3 classics. Everything else outside of Honestly Nevermind is good or better. J. Cole, to me, that's why he remained at the 3, because I ain't really got too much smoke for Cole, honestly. I know some niggas do. I don't really got too much. The nigga just, he rap, he do good. He do good. He has never really done nothing to blow me out the water. Forest Hills Drive is his classic, and I still listen to that album. Everything else, at the minimum, has been good. He don't got nothing really. If anything is bad, it's probably Sideline Story. That's it. So now, again, if over this last 5 years, if you want to put if you want to put Cole and Kendrick over Drake, that's fine, bro. I don't.
Hey man, it is what it is, man. So when we talking about this beef shit, right? When we get back to this beef shit, what are you expecting? What are you expecting from Drake if he decides to respond.
As far for a
Because-
rapping performance,
Yeah, because really the ball in his court now, and I honestly feel like that's really what Kendrick waiting on. I said that earlier. I feel like that's what Kendrick waiting on. The Cole shit is cool. I said this last week. If Cole
he
responds,
can't come soft blow. He can't come how Cole did. So, but if I had to, like, if you ask me for a record or better, or just strictly rapping performance,
just overall, like, what do you like?
I'm expecting him to go in there and bar the fuck up like I know him to do. It gotta be on some 5 a.m. in Toronto or better type shit at this level.
So if we get to say August, September, October, with no response still, and towards the end of the year,
I won't like it. And if he do come at it, it gotta be takeover level or better, ether level or better at that point. Cause it's too late by then. So if you gonna come now, nigga, you know, it gotta blow me out the water. It gotta blow me out the water. It can't just be just good. For the context of this battle. It can't be just good. It gotta blow me out the water. If you talking about, you said August, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gotta blow me out the water. Facts. It gotta be better than like that, for sure.
Yeah, it got to be better than like that because I don't know what else Kendrick got.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
And like we said, he unpredictable as a motherfucker. We don't know what the fuck he got in the tuck. We ain't ever seen him in this arena.
mm-hmm.
But again, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, none of my ranking is gonna change. I'm only speaking to this 5-year shit. This last 5-year shit. So for that time period, yeah, Cole got above him. But don't get it fucked up. Kendrick Lamar is still overall the better rapper than this nigga. Discography wise, rappability wise, and all that shit.
Right.
But I'm gonna give Cole his credit where credit's due. Facts. Since 100%, bro. He's owed that. I feel like he's owed that. And if you feel like he ain't owed that, that's fine due to Kendrick's inability because you feel like, you know, he got to put the work. But that also plays into the sports analogy. That's why I brought that up. It's not my fault that you ain't out here. That man passed you. It's not my fault that you not out here. It's not my fault. Now, granted, if he wasn't out here due to whatever, he ain't never said that. I got to go off what I seen. You popping out here and there, da-da-da-da. Well, you come out here and you drop a 30-point game, then my nigga, then you averaging 5 points a game outside of your 30-point game. That's an outlier. I know you to be better than that. I know you to be better than that. Because when you have your 35, your triple-double with Hard Part 5, you had your triple-double with Like That. You get what I'm saying? You had your double-double with Family Ties. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm specifically talking about. Again, it's not to say that when it's all said and done, no, he ain't fucking with that boy. He ain't fucking with that nigga from the West Coast, from Compton. He ain't fucking with that nigga, no. But over this last 5, he been getting busy. I got to give you some credit for that. Now, if you feel like you ain't giving him credit for that, that's cool, bro. We'll just agree to disagree on that. But I feel like it's a fair analysis for niggas to say that, but I don't feel like that's niggas dick riding.
Nah, it's not that I'm not giving him credit. It's just so like
it ain't much for you.
It
ain't much for you, and that's cool, bro.
If niggas telling me that this 5-year gap, not just you, but a
Yeah.
lot of people really try to put so much weight on this 5
They gotta blow you out the water.
It really nothing for his counterparts really ain't, you know. What the counterparts doing so much to where this 5 years matters this much.
Yeah, and that's why I kept him where he's at. It wasn't about moving Future up or Meek Mill up or Sean up. You just said it for another. It wasn't about replacing anybody. It's about the placement itself.
Right.
It was just presenting the question: can he still be here? And if you be like, you ask me, is it okay for such and such? You know me. I've been firm on it. I ain't never moved Kawhi Leonard from at that time period from his spot when he was hurt because he was hurt. I moved AD because he was hurt and then he was playing and his play went down. But when Kawhi is on that floor, he's known to be best at what the fuck he doing. I ain't never got to question that. AD, you be bullshitting. I got to move you down, nigga. I get it. You was hurt, but when you get back on the floor, nigga, you bullshitting, period.
Okay.
That's me being fair. So going forward, I just want niggas to always remember that, bro, because I want to be able to praise niggas and it be that. I want my praise and my critique to be looked at as the same. Don't attach no extra shit with my praise and don't attach no extra shit with my critique because I'm fair in my assessments. I'm gonna go accordingly. I can have my predictions. Do I feel like Cole can out rap Kendrick? No. Can Kendrick lose? Yeah. But me giving a prediction and then me being overall, I can separate the two. A prediction is different from what the fuck we gonna see happen. I don't know. So if you was to ask me, yeah, Kendrick could come out on top. Hell yeah. Because he's so unpredictable for one, and then I know what he could do on a record. Those are the two biggest factors. He's so unfucking predictable. You never know when you gonna hear from the nigga. And then when he rap or shit, he wreck shit. So it's not like I'm shitting on the nigga. Yes, I got my jokes. I'm gonna poke at that nigga. Yes, I do it with all three of them. You see what I'm saying? I don't like when Drake get on. Give me a full rapping album, dog. I've already accepted it. He ain't gonna give me the full rapping album. You see what I'm saying? Every rapper got some bars that you ain't gonna like. Everybody got some bars that you ain't gonna like from the nigga. What's the overall conversation though? You get what I'm saying? So we have to wait and see. So overall, I think it was a good diss. It could have been better because he held back on that. He on that friendly. Oh, this my dog. Da 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 da. I understand if niggas want to say, my nigga, you shouldn't even have jumped out on this off the porch. You shouldn't have jumped off the porch if you wasn't gonna punch that nigga for real. I get that. But he said it was a warning shot. So ain't no telling what Cole. Do you think Cole got something else?
He better.
No, do you think he got something else?
Yeah, I think he do because he better. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does because he knows these niggas not dumb, man. He knows putting that out. He knows putting that out. He gotta have something else. That's what I'm saying.
Got you. So yeah, man, it remains to be seen, man. It just remains to be seen, dog. It remains to be seen. So like I said, we also had some other shit going on this week. Bryson Tiller dropped. We got anything for him?
I didn't listen to that shit, honestly. Like, did you listen to it?
I listened to it.
How was it?
Pack it up.
Damn. Do we got a sound effect for that for Bryson Tiller? Oh shit! The heartbeat. He checking out. Damn.
Josh Gordon career.
Oh, BD. Damn. He Josh Gordon?
Josh Gordon.
Had a spark when he started, but now he just garbage?
Yep.
Went from top 10 to not mention at all?
Yep.
Now your bodyguard Uchiwali verse better than yours?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a true analogy that applies. I tweeted that yesterday. He's the real, 4 albums I can divide, nigga. That's him for real. Cole's original, not Cole shit. Cole, that's one hot album every 10-year average. That's Bryson Tiller. When was Trap Soul?
That was 15?
14.
24. Damn.
What we talking about?
2014?
It might have been 15. No, it's 15. It's still 9. We rounding up.
Yeah,
rounding up.
Nah, we doing nigga math. Yeah, you right.
No, fair, no.
No, that's very fair.
Okay.
When we talk about this day and age, so I'm just going back to 2015. You had Tory Lanez in this class. You had him. You got
the other nigga came out a few years after for real. Bryson. I mean Brent. Them niggas done lapped him, man. Sorry. I'm not gonna fold on that.
Yeah.
Brent lapped him.
Not gonna front though, because I don't really do the whole TL make my decision type shit, but I was going through the TL. Niggas was bumping the Tiller, and niggas was like, man, Tiller might need to hang it up.
And some people liked it.
I saw a lot of people saying it might be over. You know what I'm saying? But I don't let that guard my my perception. But I still want to listen to it myself. But based off what I've been seeing, the reviews that I've been seeing, I ain't expecting much. And I do that a lot though. I don't go into this shit like, I know you're gonna give me a classic.
At some point, do you take the TL's response into consideration? Honestly,
it depends.
I feel like niggas pick and choose with that too. Oh, the TL say this, the TL say that. But what part of the TL? Because we gotta be fair too. Like we gotta understand with certain niggas, they fan bases are going to dictate some shit.
So that's a good question. That's a very good question. So when you say that, you gotta get real technical though. Who is tweeting these things?
I always go off that.
Do I know this nigga to be a stan? Do I know this nigga to be a very fair assessment giving person? And I saw a lot of very knowledgeable fair assessment dudes giving that. They was like, yo, I don't know what's next for Bryson. I saw that. I did see a lot of people say they liked it. I saw more people saying it. But overall, I'm gonna go with my own ears though. So I'm gonna probably.
You always have to go back to your own. You feel like I hate that nigga?
No, I feel like it's fair. I feel the same way you feel about that nigga. Like I feel like he was grossly overrated off Trap Soul. That Trap Soul shit gets a way more credit than it deserves. When people how people regard Trap Soul is like he ushered in a whole new sound or like a whole new type of genre. But if you do that, wouldn't you be like? I just feel like you would still carry on carry on like that, and you don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nah, and like you say, like we just said, like it's other niggas who came out within his time frame who've completely lapped him. So I just can't, I don't know. And it's like it's not like to say that he hasn't been dropping shit in between time. He's been dropping EPs and shit like that. They just haven't been sticking.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm not going to do this whole like, he need this. No, he don't need this. Y'all gave him enough already.
How do you feel about the "it wasn't for your ears" talk applied to anybody? It wasn't for your ears. You have to have this type of mindset to enjoy.
No, you don't. This music, bro.
I see somebody said that about Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Sur, and that's what Cole got slack for. Cole fans got slack for that.
Cole fans be doing that shit too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what Cole fans got slandered for.
I remember one time,
like, Mr. Morale is just not good, my nigga.
Niggas was like, oh, you gotta go to a certain amount of homecomings to appreciate this song. I'm like, man, you need to shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up, bro.
Facts. Good music is good music.
Good music, man. If it translate, man. All this whole you need.
And the shit that killed me is Mr. Morale, because motherfucker Kendrick is a storyteller. I love Good Kid, Mad City. That was great work.
It just didn't.
I like Damn. It wasn't like
overall.
It's not the fact that his aunt or his whoever was going through it, and that's I don't mean no disrespect when I say that. It's not about that at all.
I'm just talking about the body of work.
The body of work.
It didn't translate.
Because he's a great storyteller. So don't play with me like that. Yeah, the subject matter don't matter.
It don't matter, bro. It's how it translates. Yeah,
how did you put this shit together? That's all I'm saying.
I don't give a damn what he talk about. If it making sense, I'm gonna bump that.
Yes. So Bryson, man. Sorry, bro. No. What else we had dropped as far as music, man?
Glorilla album dropped. Glorilla album hard. I like that shit.
I ain't really trying to get to no women beef, but
hey, the women's was fighting this whole week, man, ain't it?
That's your girl.
Who
JT.
Hey man, I don't know about JT, man.
Her and JT got smoked, man.
I don't know about JT, man.
But did you listen to the album?
No, I listened to Glorilla album. I like Glorilla album.
I gotta still listen to it. I haven't listened to it yet.
I like Glorilla album. She did I honestly didn't know her album was coming out, but when I saw it makes sense. She was on Club Shay Shay.
You just on Club Shay Shay. I still gotta watch that interview.
Oh, that shit was good too. She talk about a lot on there. She talk about her upbringing and shit like that, and it was probably one of the most countryest interviews I ever heard in my life, like in my fucking life, like. But it was cool though. It was cool. That shit was really like an uncle and niece talking to each other. Honestly,
okay.
Like that's what that shit was.
But
like.
she is what, 22?
Yeah, she like 23, 23, some shit like that. So she young, but it's like what you think about the women beefing with each other, man?
That's what women do. No disrespect, ladies. That's what y'all do. You know how I feel. Y'all don't really fuck with each other like that on the grand scale.
They been catty this week, boy.
Yeah, real shit. I think when it comes down to it, like a lot of the shit we see might be performative, and then when they get behind closed doors,
it ain't performative, bro.
No, I'm talking about as far as when they get
like
together.
As far as like for the
records,
for the
records and the looks. Because
I think some of them fuck with each other though.
Some of them do. Some of them.
I honestly feel like Meg and Cardi like friends. I feel like them boy really cool.
Meg and Cardi.
Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. I feel like they cool with each other.
If something was to come up, we'll see something different. That's how I'm carrying. This how I'm carrying a lot of them until I see different.
Like I didn't know.
Not too many female relationships I could look to be like, nah, like they fuck with each other. They fuck with they circle,
right?
Like the Akbar V's and all that other. I ain't talking about them.
That's more like the associate level type.
I'm talking about the actual women rappers who rap.
Yeah,
I'm taking everything at face value. None of y'all are friends.
I'm not gonna front. I didn't see Cardi B falling out with the City Girls. I didn't see that based off the camp though. But once that shit started to fall apart, you knew, hey, City Girls on this side, Cardi on this side.
And see, this is why I want to, when Nicki be rapping, I'm only talking about when Nicki be rapping.
Right.
I don't think she's shooting at them personally.
I just feel like
She be like
it's
she
sport.
come from
It's
that.
sport. It's sport.
She
It's sport.
comes from that tree.
But
But
these
the
other
other
girls don't
shit-
come from that tree though. The
That's
other
what I'm
girls don't
saying.
Come from that.
If I'm gonna provide her a little bit of grace, that's what I will say. Is Nicki crazy? 100%. Do she get out of pocket? 100%. But I think initially when she be rapping, like everybody wanna attach her name to who she talking about. She talking to all y'all.
Talking to all y'all, honestly. She's talking to all y'all.
She talking to all y'all because she come from that sport. Like she come from that.
She comes from that Smack DVD, come up DVD.
So
shit,
everything turns into we all know Cardi and Nicki, they'll never make up. Cool. The rest of y'all don't come from that. So I don't think none of y'all friends for real. It looked good when y'all get on video. Would I be surprised if Glorilla and Meg start beefing? Nope.
You wouldn't be surprised.
Hell no.
I don't see them beefing, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be
though.
surprised they
wouldn't be
fall
surprised.
out.
I wouldn't
Because
be-
essentially, at the end of the day, a lot of them don't fuck with each other. They make it seem like they do.
it's business.
It's business.
Y'all being placed in certain shit anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised if JT and Carisha fall out one day.
I honestly feel like they fall out already.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got tweets between the back and oh, bitch, you.
Oh,
ain't
you think that's coming?
I wouldn't be surprised if it ever happened. I'm not saying it's coming. I wouldn't be surprised if that ever happened one day.
That'll be.
You'll never know. That's where we at with them. Look at Ice Spice and Cardi.
So
But
what was that? Was that like beef?
I'm about to bring up something else. Guess who be starting a lot of these beefs?
Who? Nikki?
Blank men.
Black men?
No,
Oh.
blank men.
Oh,
Blank men be starting these beefs, bro.
the Santanas.
They be starting this beef, but there ain't no conversation about that. But we'll get the finger pointed at her. Am I lying? Am I lying? Marcus, I'm lying? They be starting this shit, bro. Cardi and Ice Spice shit started off the heels of that man.
So y'all think the wig makers, the wig makers and shit.
JT and Glorilla, same shit.
That's a good call out, Mike.
That's real shit. And they take the fucking bait every time, bruh.
So, never mind. I was about to say something real crazy.
Like, why the fuck we got Ice Spice and Cardi beefing, bruh?
I don't think so. Wait, I didn't even know.
They ended up being like, she posted a picture of them too cool. But initially, it was off the heels of Dog talking about how, Cardi gets the pass of, she's allowed to be ghetto. Blacks are not allowed to be ghetto without da-da-da-da-da-da. She pop out, my parents, and it's the whole, it's Cardi black conversation again.
Cardi isn't black though. Her parents aren't black.
So then Ice Spice comes out, it's because I have one black parent, I got one Dominican parent, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
So that's what that whole shit was about, because Dog had...
But from what I've seen, Ice Spice has always stood on being black. Like, she has a track record of not speaking down on black people. She has a track record of fully, like, claiming her black heritage. Like, this is documented.
Okay, so...
Cardi B, not so much.
So she has claimed her blackness, though. She has. What people have a problem with is her ethnicity, her background, and all. See, I noticed nationality, race, and ethnicity has fucked a lot of niggas
Talking about what,
up.
Cardi?
Yes.
Well,
that whole conversation be fucking niggas up.
right.
So, again, are all Dominicans black?
They originate from black people.
Yes. A lot of them don't claim it.
Yeah, it's a whole anti-black culture within that.
You could be just that and not be black, though. That's the thing. So race, nationality, ethnicity are all different words for a reason.
Right.
All of it. You could be Dominican, like you could be Dominican and still be white.
So what box Cardi checking on if she was doing application?
If I think she would check off black. If you ask me what she would check off,
She's not checking off Spanish or whatever they put.
she probably would.
Latin American.
She probably would. But a lot of people are getting that fucked up because you could be white and you could be of a different. You get what I'm saying? A nationality.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of that conversation be fucking people up. Race is race for a reason.
Yeah.
You black, but you could be black and Dominican. You could be black and all this other shit. But a lot of them don't claim it. Go back to the Godfrey clip. You be having some Dominicans be black as you, Mo.
Yeah.
What they say? Me no black, me Dominican.
I've seen Dominicans darker than me.
You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's just what it is. You got some like black is not determined by the complexion. Niggas can like it or not. Like Mariah Carey, she's black at the end of the day. Blake Griffin, he's black at the end of the day. That's just what it is. Niggas cannot like it, whatever the case may be.
LaMelo Ball black.
LaMelo Ball is black. So this is why I had the conversation. I'd be like, no, y'all pick and choose a lot with that shit too now. Because who lighter? LaMelo,
on,
who
then-
lighter? LaMelo Ball or Logic?
Logic's a white man.
Who's lighter though?
Logic.
I think it's damn near close.
Honestly, Logic is like when you look
Ain't
at
that far off.
Nah, you can look at LaMelo and be like, "Hey, that's a nigga." You look at Logic, you be like, "I don't know if he's a white man.
Yeah, he looked like a white man.
He look like a white man. LaMelo look like a nigga."
But guess what? He got one black parent. He got one white parent.
J. Cole,
One white mama. A white mama and a black daddy.
Drake.
Same shit. But guess what? J. Cole looked more like a nigga than Logic,
Right.
but Logic's still a nigga. That's just how he came out.
Did you see the shit with the dude from the Knicks, Isaiah?
Isaiah. A lot of people saying they not jacking that
I ain't
shit.
jacking that, bro.
So you're not jacking. He a white man.
Bro, that man daddy is mixed, and then his mama white, and then he gonna say he black.
You seen the sister though.
I seen the sister.
Black.
She black.
She light skinned.
Mm,
You're not questioning that.
I don't know, man. It's the same. All right, it's the same shit like Patrick Mahomes. Are you seen his kids? Okay,
The white lineage starts with his daughter. I'll say that.
she black.
She is black technically, but if she had a baby with a white man,
It's over.
it's cooked.
It's over.
Am I wrong in saying that, Drew?
No.
I'm right.
Yeah, facts.
Shit.
Actually, I had this discussion at like 3:00 this morning.
So, do you believe Patrick Mahomes' daughter is black?
no.
No. Do you
She's-
believe Patrick Mahomes is black?
barely.
He's
And see,
taking-
that's why I have a problem.
See, all right. So when I look at it now, and I just think it's again when we were talking about evolution of life in general, like the progression of life, how coming from monkeys allegedly and growing into men.
Mm.
Right.
Okay, and just saying the progression of how even this generation, the kids are much bigger. They're it's another progression that's happening now.
They maturing faster.
100%. But I also think DNA is changing. I think
We seen it in real time.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think melanin is holding as well as it used to hold in mixed kids, essentially, because you
You right, because back in the day, mixed kids still was coming out black.
for sure.
Black, you right, bruh. That's
For
a
sure.
big
That's
point,
not,
bruh.
that's not true.
All right.
Bruh, we ain't
Okay.
see it, bruh.
I'm saying.
That's a good point,
I'm
bruh.
just
Like
saying. Like it's
Some of them are. Mariah Carey is not black.
Mariah Carey was an outlier back then, though. She was.
We still have examples of those people, like fairly light skinned people like her, have
But
always
Mike,
existed.
But the common of the black and whites that I grew up around, I'm only can speak for
They
myself.
still had a little.
still was-
had a little
it was-
color.
They
on
look
them,
like
bruh.
niggas. Like J. Cole, he looked like a nigga.
Word. Now today.
I think we have equal.
I just think these kids are looking like look at the foreign kids that are coming into the NBA. Look at the foreign kids around here. Look at the kids coming out of G League with who mama white, daddy black. Bro, there's a whole TikTok that even shows you like this is the mom, this is the dad, and this is the child. Bro, these children don't even look close to black. Like, yeah, you might have your daddy features like the nose and shit like that, but the actual skin, again, the melanin that's holding the black together, bro, I don't feel it's weighing the same anymore.
But that's just based off how the child comes out. So, for example, right? Again, I'll use the Mariah Carey Blake Griffin analogy. You have some who they parent can be strictly black, skin complexion wise. I'm talking skin complexion. Your skin complexion. They got a white mama. They come out probably light skin or brown. They come out brown skin, right? They come out brown skin. Then you have some that'll come out fairly light skin. That's just how it is. You get what I'm saying? That's why we could look at J. Cole and say, "Oh, that's a nigga all day." I never would have thought that he had.
He got features too, though. His hair come out like us.
Exactly. I would have never thought that J. Cole had a white mama though. There's a dude on the TL. This nigga light skin, fairly light skin, like J. Cole, maybe a little lighter. Both his parents are black, bro. You get what I'm saying? His daddy brown skin, his mama brown skin. He's light skinned.
But that's different though because
You get what I'm saying? Like, so
black-
it can't
two
be
black
always
people-
based off the complexion.
two
though.
black people can make any shade. We talking about
Exactly.
we talking about interracial though. We talking about interracial. That's what we talk about.
Bro, you could come out interracial and still look black. That's my point. You
I
can come
remember
out.
at one
You can
point-
have one white parent and one black parent and still come out looking black.
And that's what we're saying. We're saying back then it was way more of that. That's not the case right now though.
But I also think what's going on is, see, back in our days, let's say you had somebody who was in it, let's say they were, they were interracial. A lot of those times, depending on how that kid grew up, he's more than likely going to be attracted to a black woman. You know what I'm saying? I feel like nowadays you got a lot of mixed kids who are not going with black women, so every time they get with another race,
Well, the line is going to go down. It's going to get cut. It's going to get cut.
But I feel like what Drew and Mo is saying is that I definitely understand what they're talking about, because back in those days when we were growing up, when you saw somebody who was light skinned, they still had a darker skin tone, and I feel like
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I feel like it kept that way because most of those times, if they were mixed, they were still dealing with black people. Now I feel like it's not being like that. So you have the kids getting lighter and lighter, even though the interracial is like you got two interracial people having children with each other.
No.
It's going to be light.
That's a different factor. I'm not arguing y'all on that. Let's be consistent in the conversation here. I'm specifically talking about one black parent. I'm not talking about Isaiah Hartenstein. I'm talking about one black parent, one white parent. I'm not talking about somebody who's mixed, because technically they still black, getting with a white person, because eventually that is going to change the shade. I agree with that. I'm talking about one black parent, one white parent. You can still come out and look more like your white parent in that relationship. You can still come out look more like your black parent in that relationship. That's what I'm saying here.
You know the Caribou chick that rap with Yachty?
Yes.
She black or white to you?
She's black.
She looks black to me. I don't know why people be saying...
I don't know what her parents look like.
No, she's interracial. I don't know why people be saying she's not black. You can look at her and be like, she's just a fair-skinned woman.
Well, you do know you can be high yellow and be all black, right?
No, that's a fact. I'm not arguing that, Mike. My whole thing was, I remember seeing a lot of interracial kids still be like darker toned. That's all I'm saying. I remember that.
And what I'm saying is that's always existed.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe because we ain't had.
Now, when you talking about a parent being already mixed down that line, so once Patrick Mahomes' daughter have a child with a white man, it's cooked.
The same thing with Diana Ross family.
That was a crazy picture.
You saw that new picture?
I saw that picture.
All of
them. But guess what happened? Down the line. I'm talking about the starting point.
Yeah, which is her.
That's what I'm talking about.
Start her, then Tracy.
So I'm not.
Then yeah.
Because we talking about science here. I'm not stupid now. So I know when eventually down the line it's gonna be just it's all white. There's no argument here.
Right.
I'm talking about this starting point. Now at some point, yes, that is gonna be the bloodline is cooked. You get what I'm saying? But if we're talking about example, if my niece, my sister's black, her baby father's white.
Right.
That child comes out. We don't know how the child is going to look. That's all I'm saying.
So, all right.
But that child is going to be black at the end of the day.
But if she's more Caucasian presenting,
people are going to think that it don't matter though, because my niece would still be black.
But if
or nephew,
it's still a factor, because if she's more Caucasian presenting, right? The same thing like we just say with Patrick Mahomes' daughter. She black, but she barely black.
Yeah, but the presenting don't matter.
Yeah, it do.
No, it don't.
The features, all that matter.
No, I'm saying the presenting don't matter your race. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people disagree with that point. How you look don't determine your race.
That's true. No, I wouldn't argue that.
You get what I'm saying?
I wouldn't argue that.
That's what I'm saying. So
that's why Isaiah Hartenstein got flack, because it's like, bro.
Yeah, I thought that was a white man.
My nigga, nah, bro.
When niggas told me he was black, I was like, hell no.
Because he said he was on the pod, he was like, yeah, I'm black. And it was like, Josh Hart was like, you black? Like, what you talking about? He was like, yeah, my dad is this. And I'm like, hold on, bro. Nah, man. But I'm looking at him, though. I'm like, you the white dude, you got a fade and all this other shit. I see what you doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I
thought he was a white man.
So you cool with him saying he black? He can say he black?
Based off his parents, yeah.
But the daddy mixed too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dad mixed. And
if Isaiah was to have a child with a white woman, that baby's white.
He date black women though.
And if he had a child with a black woman, his child would be black. Black is a dominant trait. Now, a lot of y'all look at the features more so than that's fine. I'm not saying that wrong, but we have to be consistent here.
Yeah, black is the dominant race always. That's how we was presented. But what I'm saying is, in mutation, in elevation
time,
of
shit do
life,
change,
shit
yeah.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm
facts.
saying currently, the way it's looking, it is we're not holding the same weight.
Yeah,
anymore.
that's a fair assessment too.
That's
though.
all
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying.
100%,
That's
Drew.
all I'm
It's
saying.
way more. We see it in commercials. We talk about that shit all the time. They're presenting that more. I see commercials all the time, whether it be YouTube or just watching the game. It's a white and black couple.
Mm-hmm. They is doing that.
They're doing that a lot more
or
now.
they slick. It'll just be a single black lady. They be doing that shit too.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing. So I'm not disagreeing with you
Well,
on that,
because
bro.
The world is leading towards inclusion.
Facts.
You just have to. Like you can't just only be. I mean, when Gap did their new line or some shit a few years ago, and it was like they had the controversy of all the kids to wear this shirt. It was like the coolest monkey in the jungle or some
I
shit like
remember
that. And it was
the
like
coolest monkey in the jungle.
yeah, it was like all these other kids that you could have had to put this damn shirt on.
the
You put
little
this
black
shit-
boy
yeah.
with no haircut.
You see what I'm saying? It's
We definitely trending to that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with you on
yeah.
that.
So it's just
The
you know,
bloodline is getting cooked.
It is. And it's crazy to see this shit, bro, because I just never thought that was always. I was always known
Growing
that.
up, I didn't think it would be.
Yeah.
Well,
like
you
that.
know, a lot of people subscribe to Love Don't Have No Color.
Yeah.
A lot of people subscribe to that. I've already accepted that. Again, I'm not disagreeing with y'all. Yeah, it's getting to a point where it's gonna be. We just gonna see a whole bunch of light brights walking around.
So I ain't
Agree.
gonna front- I ain't gonna front like my
I agree.
My grandparents was more so on that whole like, hey, keep it black type shit, but they got old school values. Now my
Like
mom,
that joke that be running around. Oh, scream loud if you got 4 black grandparents.
Hey, I
I
can
got
put-
that.
I can put both hands up on that. Now it's because it's more so like so my grandparents more so like, hey, keep it, you know. Now my mom, she ain't necessarily said it verbatim, but she was more so on that time too. Like a lot of parents, like in my generation, they more so on the whole like love who you love shit. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, as my child get older, I'll be like, yo, like this was going on out here. If I was you, I'd keep it this way.
Yeah. So I get y'all from the interracial standpoint eventually, like down the line. But if my niece and nephew come out looking more like the dad, what is that child at the end of the day?
Well, isn't it based upon the father in general?
No, I think it's just based off race, period.
No, I'm
Nah, it's off the dad.
it's off of the dad.
off the
So
dad.
what
The
the
dad got the
is-
dominant gene.
Yeah. So what the dad is?
I thought it was just always based off race,
Nah,
period.
The dad is a dominant gene. The dad got the dominant gene in that shit.
So somebody got a black mom, because we definitely had this out here. Hell no, it can't be. It can't be, bro. Because if somebody has a black mom and a white dad and they come out looking like you're always gonna tell me, I'm pretty sure this is that. So you telling me somebody with a black mom and a white dad, there's definitely some out here who look black in that equation.
Yeah, but in the medical term, the technical term, what the father race is what the child's race would be.
That's new to me.
This is what I just Googled just now. Study finds father's genes are more dominant. They may even think they act more like one than the other. And while it's true that you get half your genes from each parent, the genes from your father are more dominant, especially when it comes to your health. This was in 2015 from
Okay.
CBS News.
So if you have a black mom and a white dad, you could come out looking.
You can
I done
It's a dice roll. It's a
Yeah.
dice roll at that point.
Yeah, but
But would that baby still if you have a black mom and a white dad, you would be white
yes,
It depends on how you.
technically yes. So
even if you look black.
so on your scantron, because your father is white, you can select white,
You can.
No, I'm asking.
Technically,
or you should either be white or other.
Do you feel like in your lifetime you seen somebody with a black mom and a white dad?
Mhm.
How did they look?
They were light skinned and had like straight hair.
No, but how did they look to you? Did they look black or white?
I mean, I just consider them mixed. It's not like you're not gonna be a black because I'm not gonna consider you black because you got straight hair. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's just a brown, like a tan person with straight hair. You know,
But do you feel like that combination can be result of that?
I mean, 100%. It definitely is. There's a lot of people whose fathers is white and
The mama
mother's
black,
yes,
and they look
yeah,
black,
Yeah,
but they would still be technically white.
they'll still be technically white.
Now,
That's crazy,
to me,
bruh.
it comes down to how you was raised.
I always felt that black trait, period,
Bro,
was dominant, regardless of the sex.
When they talk, like when they break it down, like the technical, like they say the dad gene is the most.
Yeah,
dominant.
and then when you actually, but then it's like, damn, like once I be like, damn, your dad's white, and then I look at her and it's like, damn, you ain't got no lips, like it's certain shit like that.
shit start to catch up.
Yeah, it starts to make sense now,
I'm telling you right now.
here on the corner of your eyes, the wrinkles are starting to come a little earlier. Like it's certain traits that because the heavy dominant race within them is the whites.
Okay.
So the wrinkles start to come a little earlier. The lips start to quiver a little earlier, and they're pushing 30s,
Yes,
40s now.
it is some other cases is the opposite.
It's the complete opposite. Nice thick lips,
It's a dice
But
roll.
But
yeah,
y'all know what type of time I'm gonna be on, regardless, though, right?
And that's because how you gonna be involved and how you gonna and values you gonna instill.
Because I'm saying this now, regardless of how my niece and nephew come out looking, that's a black child.
Right. Because how you gonna give it up and what you gonna instill in them, boy. That's another thing that come down.
But you don't think that would be crazy if my niece and nephew was to get older, they 21, 22, and they not identifying with their black side? You don't think that would be a problem?
At 22, 23, that's a personal decision that they made.
Yeah, but I also, again, bro, it's upbringing definitely has I feel like in that case, I feel like a black father is just like you're gonna lean on that black father. I just feel in general. I don't know what it's like to be a white man.
But we also seen some with the black father with the white mother and the basketball player.
Shit, J. Cole had a white mom, but he still
The woman basketball player, the tall one.
Yeah.
Her mama white, her daddy black.
we talking about
The one who got in trouble for calling the black players monkeys. Her mama white, bruh.
her mama is white.
And her daddy black, and everybody got on and was like, damn, bruh, like you identifying with your mama's side when you doing shit like that, bruh.
That's the side she chose.
That's just shit be coming out.
That's a black woman
Shit
though.
be coming out.
But I mean, regardless, bro, black and white to me, I'm gonna say black. Like in myself.
A lot of them play on that though. A lot of them play on they can be racially ambiguous though. They play
That shit whack.
Yeah.
That is whack. That's why we got on Logic, nigga. What are you? That was
J. Cole ain't confused.
J. Cole ain't confused. He always, hey, I'm a nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I give it up. You feel me? Yeah, my white mom raised me, but
I think that's more. I think that's more so to do how he look. Cause without a question, we see J. Cole, we see a nigga. Logic don't look like a nigga.
J. Cole's a light skinned dude. Logic, I don't know. He like a white man to me.
Fact. So when I first heard him saying nigga on the record, I'm like, who the fuck this white boy is saying nigga on the record? It's like, no, he got a black daddy, but his daddy high yellow. His daddy ain't mixed. He's just high yellow.
High yellow, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That skin complexion could come out too. That's why I asked that. Cause my great grandmother, of course, I've only seen her when she got. As you get older, you get darker skinned. You get what I'm saying? But my great grandmother is very high yellow. Very. Like my grandfather now, he's getting darker, of course, with age. But in his earlier 20s, 30s, my grandfather is high yellow, bro.
Yeah. But I like, so just say like in the case that, all right, the girl's daddy's white, mother's black. She marries a black man. They have, start having a family. That child will be a light-skinned baby, but he will have more of, like, the hair will be more on the African-American side. The features will be more on because I feel like those two black, the grandmother is, will essentially be black, and the father's full black will pick that back up. You see what I'm saying? Now when this baby procreates, he's safe. He's safe to mix with a white woman because now he's able to, like, I feel like he would still be able to have a mixed child. Like, it would, well, not have.
He's not cutting too much.
He's not cutting too much.
Like, if my niece and nephew was to have a child with a black person, that child is black.
Right.
It's revived again.
Yes.
Now, if they have a child, with a white person, you keep exact. That's what I'm saying. You keep cutting it. You cutting it.
Too much cutting, man. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah.
Hey man, niggas gotta stop putting fentanyl in them bricks, man. That's
So-
all. I say all that to say this.
So now I'm gonna throw another wrench out there. Y'all all seen my nephew, right?
Mm-hmm.
What my nephew look like?
He black.
His dad has one black parent, one white parent.
Okay.
See, so it's back. It came back right. It came back right. But who? But what's what on that side? Do you know?
Is his dad's
His dad is black. His mama white.
okay. So yeah.
And your
And he ended up having, but also my nephew's dad, he looks black.
Okay.
He's fairly light though.
Yeah.
So when he had my nephew with my sister, my nephew is darker than his dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That happens though. That happens. That happens.
His
a lot.
skin complexion is darker than his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's more on your side of the line is a dominant, strong gene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. See, and that also is the thing, man. Because I don't think other people really know how much. Like if you're too far removed from slavery, you're not really knowing your bloodline, so you don't know.
Yeah.
That's a big factor too.
Yeah,
That's a
so
big
like
factor.
you don't know what.
Yeah, because how many generations are we removed from slavery? We what fifth, sixth?
Shit.
It depends. I think
It really depends.
per person.
It really do. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really case by case. There's a
Well, I'm
lot
just
of
going
niggas
off the
who-
timeline.
A lot of niggas like three generations, 4 generations.
I'm
Like
one of those.
yeah, like a lot of people
All
right
right,
there.
so my great grandmother wasn't a slave.
Mhm.
Her mother was a slave.
Mhm.
So great grandmother wasn't a slave. My grandfather wasn't a slave. My mom wasn't a slave. Then me. So I would be 4/5.
hmm
Okay. 4 or 5.
So that's what I'm saying. So from that line, that's not too far.
Yeah, because my
removed.
great grandmother was born 1912.
Right. So that's not too far removed from slavery. So, see, like my grandmother, she was born 1920.
Damn, she ain't that far from my
See
great
what-
grandmother.
see what
Yeah,
I'm
she
saying?
ain't, that's 8 years.
See what I'm saying?
So your grandmother was born 1920.
Mhm,
Yeah, you ain't far removed then.
at all. So I know that,
My great grandmother and your grandmother only got an 8-year difference.
so my grandmother's grandmother was white and Indian.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's why, like, and people say, yeah, you're light skinned or you're red and shit like that, and it's like, yeah, I can see like when I'm in the sun, I get red, like I really turn red, and then it kind of I peel, I do all that shit, but outside of that,
I definitely got some white in my line too.
yeah. But I think still with me procreating with another black woman who,
you good.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
my
you
child
good.
will be fine. Now, if her mother is, has Puerto Rican in her line and stuff like that. Now, okay, I don't really
See,
know.
that's why when the Cardi B conversation come up, that's when we start talking about Dominicans. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
Because there are some who are black.
I don't know, cause all right. So like when I look at my personal time, on my mom's side, both my grandparents black. Now my dad, his dad, my great granddad, his dad is from Trinidad. He's not from here. You know what I'm saying? He's Trinidadian. My great grandma, she wasn't a slave, but her mom was come from that.
Okay.
But see, they come from Georgia.
Trinidadians to me look black.
He do look black. He always looked black to me. Like when I knew him growing up, I thought he was a black man. I didn't know he was
I'm
Trinidadian.
not saying that's what they are. I'm saying that's what they look like. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know he was from the islands until he was about to, we started talking more and I got older and shit like that. He's like, yeah, I'm from Trinidad, like blah, blah, blah. I came here, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, all right. I didn't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, on my dad's side, both my grandparents, black. I don't know. Now, I got to do some more research on that side. But when I look at my great-granddad, when I look at my granddad on that side, because my grandma on my dad's side passed, she was black. He high yellow, though. You know what I'm saying? But my dad, he like probably a couple shades lighter than me. So I don't know. But when you bring up the Dominican shit, what was you saying about that?
I'm just saying, it just go back to the Godfrey shit. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, some of them, they don't identify as black. Some of them do. It just
Some of
boils
them
down
do
to-
though. Some of them do.
You get what I'm saying? Like it has to matter, but I don't really want to get too drawn out on that. They beefing. I thought the shit was funny. Glorilla definitely had a funny ass tweet. Oh, and them mug shots ain't from you doing nothing. You stealing. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious, bro. But so I mean, we'll see. I don't believe these women are friends like how they portray. It looks good on camera when they do these records together. But other than that, nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. Did y'all see the story about the dude with the fit? How he dubbed the girl with the fit in the Timbs?
I saw that, but I didn't really watch that shit because his fit was
Bro,
trash.
I gotta play this.
I'm
clip.
like, bro, like what do these niggas the whole like fence the world fashion media type shit, like that shit's corrupted a lot of these niggas' minds, bro. A lot of these niggas think they putting that shit on. For one, y'all niggas look dirty, for one. Like let's get off that. Then y'all be dirty and stink like in person. Like it's just that y'all wear high dollar pieces sometimes. Like y'all wear a lot of Rick Owens shit, like doing the Playboy Cardi type shit, and y'all think that's swag. That's not really. That shit work for them niggas, bro. Like that whole golf shit, like that work for them niggas. You just a nigga that's at the warehouse still trying to dress like that. That don't work for you.
See if I can find
So when I be seeing niggas like when they be like, yo, like what you be dubbing, I be like, bro, why you dubbing anybody?
Here we go.
Fashion choices will make you say no to a girl.
We have a time limit right now, or I could just start low.
Just talk.
About 2 weeks ago, I linked this girl from out of state. I feel like we aligned mentally. When I linked her, she had on Old Navy jeans. She had on one of them bomber jackets with a gold zipper, the H&M shits. And then she had on gray Timbs.
Gray Timbs?
You don't see them shits nowhere. Like, you're not trying. Like, Old Navy jeans, gray Timbs. Like, me not like that, bro. I never linked her again. I had to make up a lie.
What was your lie?
I was like, I don't think I'm physically attracted to you. But I couldn't tell her fit was harsh.
What's one thing you dislike about fashion?
I don't like how people aren't being themselves. Like, I feel like if you like something and you're confident in it, you should rock it. But I feel like people are changing trends too much. Like, I went on TikTok the other day. Niggas is trying to roast people for making sandwich fits. But it's like, bro, everybody was just rocking that. I ain't trying to make people feel corny for that. Or like, you're not yourselves. Like, you catch me on a regular day in a red or a purple sweatsuit. And then the next day in something a little bit nicer. But I feel like people need to stay true to themselves. I feel like people need to also understand that you're going to make bad fits. And nothing is wrong with that. Like, you have to go through bad fits to make good fits. That get ready with me shit, like, that's a low-key ick, bro. Like, if I see the wrong girl make a get ready with me, it turned me off.
So you're not feeling that get ready with me content?
You can see when it's not them. You can see when it's just like you on a wave right now.
What's one fashion tip for the people watching right now?
Portions, like, when you see a fat nigga, like, what's that nigga name? Like, 50 floor eating hibachi. Like, when you see a fat nigga wearing some skinny jeans, it's like, bro, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Like, you're mad large, bro. Like, skinny leggings. Like, fire for that, bro. People can see if you're wearing something and you look comfortable in it.
Yeah.
And you need to wear something that you're truly comfortable in. Because you know when you outside, we live in the city, bro. You know when you outside and niggas look at your fit and you know niggas laughing at you because of your fit.
He talking this Porsche shit, but he has a crop top North Face jacket on though. Like the nigga North Face stop right here. Like
It's the way he wearing the shit wrong. For one, that's a great jacket, by the way. And I was looking at that jacket recently. It was funny I seen that. But he got a hoodie under it tucked in his jeans.
that's why I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. And he contradicted his whole self because you saying fashion is about being yourself, but then you dubbed this girl for her fit. You contradicting yourself, bro.
Why you dressed like broke fire ass?
He do look like broke fire ass.
Broke fire ass.
Like he do. You know, I never been a fan of that. Some niggas, him tucking the hoodie in and having the jacket over. I never
that's
understood
nasty.
that.
No, that's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty.
I never understood that one.
You're going against the whole thing.
What's the purpose?
What's
Just rock the fucking hoodie.
Or just the jacket by itself. Like you're going to
Thank you, bro. Like, I never understood that
you're
one,
going
bro.
against the whole science of layering.
That's not that's not layering to me.
You're tucking in a hoodie and pants, but yet this girl, because I saw the girl response. I didn't see that. I didn't watch that whole nigga shit. But
okay.
Once I saw that nigga fit, I was like, he dubbed. No, on some real shit.
I feel you.
Once I saw that nigga fit, I was like, I don't give a fuck what he talking about. So I saw the girl shit, and she was like, everything I had on was thrifted. Like, I was just on some chill shit. Like, I wasn't trying to... First off, we didn't go on no real date. It was like a more of a link-up type shit, which I understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, So for him to be so harsh and that's how you coming, I can't really respect that, my nigga. Like that could have been your wife. Real
He
shit.
dubbed her for the fit. Yeah, he could have.
Yeah, I mean that's corny behavior,
It's
honestly.
real corny.
But I think that whole fit check shit is just,
I like the
it's,
fit check.
it's good. It's good content for what it is, but then it's
somebody
also
putting their
like,
shit on. But if you judging, it's whack.
yeah,
Yeah.
like bro, people can be whoever the fuck they want to be. Like you don't know what level of like calm. Like say she wear business suits all fucking week. You know what I'm saying? And she just want to be calm today.
Exactly.
Like
she want to wear her thrifted shit. Like she want to wear some.
Do y'all think there's some whack fits out here?
No, for sure, it's whack fits.
I'm not gonna even call it whack because at the end of the day, I feel like that's how they want to express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Yeah, that's cool too.
yeah,
That's cool
like
too.
I'm not gonna call anybody's outfit, boy, you look crazy because I've seen crazy. You know what I mean? I've seen wild shit that don't even make sense. But I also feel like there's a level of like this nigga's a J or this nigga is just expressing himself or whatever.
Hey, yo, real quick. You scammers are getting worse by the day, bro. Y'all have to stop. Y'all don't even disguise this shit no more. Like you're sending this shit from an email talking about the USPS package arrived at the warehouse, but not could be delivered due to complete address information. Please confirm your address in the link. The link is not even popping up, bro.
Yeah, I get like 6 of those a week.
Like y'all need to knock it the fuck off, man. Like y'all are getting worse by the day. By the day, like this shit is. Look at this shit.
Yeah,
There's no link popping up.
I be getting a group message where it's like you and 5 others been chosen for a deposit
Like,
of
come
like 8,000. I'm like,
on.
man, get the fuck off.
Like, stop it. But yeah, let's get back on this nigga. I just had to say that real quick.
Nah, he
But yeah, he like stop. Like, bro, he contradicted himself the whole bit of end. He ruined a great jacket. For one, that's a great
yeah, the
jacket.
jack.
Like he ruined it. He ruined it. And he, like you said, you dubbed the girl. That could have been your wife for real. It could have been.
But you on this damn shit trying to be cool, nigga. You don't even look cool.
Do y'all feel like there is a fit that you would look at it when like,
On a woman? I like women who do certain things, but
no, are you dubbing her for her fit? First date.
No.
nah, I ain't gonna dub her. But because it's like, as a man, I feel like I can mold a woman when it comes to like certain things with the style type shit. So over time, I can implement certain things. But if she,
Well, you know you don't fuck no wedges.
nah, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't. A lot of women that I've dealt with don't wear wedges though. So I've
No, every time you say it, I laugh because it'd be funny because it'd be like, bro, you be poking at the wedges.
I mean, that's probably like my only thing like that.
Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Other than that, like,
Look at Drew.
Hey, all right now. I have to
Be
recap
real.
my shit because I
Be
forgot
real.
about them
Yeah, be
wedges.
real. We here to be real.
All right, okay.
The wedges is a dub.
Wedges are dumb.
But I also feel like I see a shorty in wedges.
Oh,
I
shit.
know what type time she on. Like
That too,
it's
though.
a certain demographic.
Nah, that too.
Like you know how they giving it up. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
Yeah.
What I notice is a lot of the let's pod, man. What I notice is a lot of the overtly thick girls, they do the chunkier heels now because it's more stability for the ass and thighs and shit like that. So you're gonna see a lot of thick girls in like the chunky heel wedge type thing. Them stilettos cutting that ass. Them stilettos dragging that ass. They can't stand for hours at a time with them skinny heels on. So they gonna do a chunky heel, like a platform heel. That's cool.
Mhm.
The wedges though, that's where they be killing me at. Like, wedges is like some old lady type shit now to me. Like I just can't.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Well, that was definitely a good laugh for the week, bro. I'm like, this nigga.
Yeah, that nigga tripping, bro. You got a whole fucking, you got a hoodie tucked into some jeans and you critiquing women, nigga. This is why I say a lot of these niggas, y'all can't take these niggas' words for face value and try to blanket statement them with niggas like me, cause niggas like that don't speak for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want that to be known. Off top.
I got you. So your girl sent you a bag in the middle of your 12-hour shift, a designer bag. How you?
Bitch, I'm trying to survive.
It's funny that me and Mo had to put PSAs behind that shit too because niggas
Nah,
can't get no
'cause-
jokes off.
Nah,
man. God damn.
I got a couple SMH on that. I was like, wait, hold on now. I ain't tripping off $400 now.
And I was just throwing the number out there, bro. Like
I threw it out there because niggas have been there before.
that's it, bro. That's it.
That's all I had to let that be known. Niggas ain't tripping off $400. We ain't doing that.
But that shit was hilarious. So me and Mo had seen a funny tweet talk about it's hard being her first 9 to 5 nigga is crazy. And it was like, oh, when you in the middle of your 12-hour shit, she sent you a link for a designer bag and was Vince McMahon like this.
That was during Attitude Era. Stone Cold was putting the beats on that nigga. He was terrorizing that nigga. I remember that.
So I was like, shit. I was like crying. So then I come under. I was like, man, that nigga just got that $400 cushion, man. He sent her this.
He paid
crucial-
bills. He paid
Yeah.
bills. That 400 gotta last 2 weeks. And she done sent, hey, I want this Neverfull. Shit real. She used to a nigga punching that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You gotta work overtime.
Oh shit. I seen a girl say on the tweet, she's like, this is why I don't date 9 to 5 niggas. So the nigga come under the tweet. He said, what that mean? She said, what you can't read? I don't date 9 to 5 niggas. Nigga, I was dying laughing off that shit. I'm like, oh man. I was like, no, but she valid that though. Like, what you want her to say? She just said it. She don't date 9 to 5 niggas. I respect it, but that exchange was just so funny.
She put.
She was like, what
drew
you
her
mean?
line.
You
She
can't
drew her
read?
line in the sand.
Yeah, she drew her line and saying, I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it. Let me
understand.
know. Let me know what I'm getting into before I sign up.
Yeah, stand 10 toes. Man.
Yeah.
If you cool with a little
That's
bag,
okay.
if I can do a bag birthday time, maybe Christmas time, cool. That pop up bag shit, I ain't got that. I'm gonna just be real with you. Even if I had it, I ain't got it.
See,
I don't even get down like that.
that response kind of gives me like I would have had to click on her page and be like, yeah, I know.
Do you
what's-
really
I-
live like that though?
But I would check.
She do live like that. I ain't
All right.
gonna front.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Bad, too.
I'll have to check the link because I'm sure the link in bio, nigga. You
Oh,
know
the link in
what
bio.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
The link.
You know.
But nah, I'm a type of nigga. I got some Air Max money for you. I got some Jordan money for you. I got some white lows for you. I got some Jordans and shit for you. I got some heels for you every now and then. We can do that.
Mo
But
hilarious.
You ain't about to be hitting me with no Neverfull links and no Speedy links and none of that. I ain't got that, baby.
Yeah, on a consistent basis.
On a consistent basis, nah.
I get you a bag, but on
We
a
gotta work-
consistent
we gotta-
basis,
we gotta work for
I'm,
that.
and I'm smart with my money too. So
I got Telfair bag money though.
yeah.
I got Telfair bag money. That's how you say it, Telfair.
What's the consensus designer bag for the women? Marcus probably speak to it.
Of course, women always want the classic LV bag.
All right, so
It's
what's the
yeah,
average on that?
The Neverfull. That's like the Neverfull is the big one.
Yeah, that's probably like maybe range about 1100.
No,
No,
1100 was like the 2013, 2014 price.
All right, so what
Them
we
shit,
going
it's
now?
inflation now. Them shit like almost 2 racks now.
Them shits on with the 2 racks now.
Man, listen, them shit.
All right, so I put to you like this: you can get that from me on a consistent basis. We not doing that.
Yeah.
Consistently, no, but you, I can
Anniversary,
designer.
Christmas type shit. I can do that.
Or you fuck around, I might pop up and surprise you with that shit off the strength.
Off the strength though, but it
Yeah.
gotta be it gotta be like we gotta be like that.
Yeah, for
We gotta
real.
be like
Cause
that.
I'm like I don't just blow money like
Man,
that.
it's about to be hitting me with on the random.
But I'm a great gift giver now.
Right.
Facts. That's one thing. I don't really talk about my ex like that. Ex, you can like, hey,
right.
my track record is good with gift giving. Don't get it fucked up. I got a great track record with gift giving. That's a fact. I just want to put that out there.
I've been better with my gift giving, and I will say that I've tremendously improved because I don't really used to. My lifestyle, I was like, man, I ain't really giving these hoes.
Ladies, Mo got you.
I got
But
you.
y'all,
now.
but he
Hey,
you gotta be locked in.
Is this camera on me? I got you. You feel me?
Don't let him fool y'all.
Nah, I do my thing with the gifts.
Go ahead, bro. What you about to say?
Yeah, but also the big Telfar. They also
The
that's,
big boy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's smooth.
That's like what, 500, 600? for the big one?
Bro, no, them depends, bro. They like 500, 600. I done seen some for like 300.
Yeah, that's like the medium one though.
Yeah, I done seen some for 300. The medium ones, the big ones, yeah, the 5, 6. But you go low key get a big one for like maybe 350.
Yeah, you can. It depends.
If you're peeping right, but I mean, and honestly, man, you just really got to know about your partner as far as what they have, what their spending habits are, and as far as what they buy. Because if you're in a situation where they're always looking for you to buy something nice, then it's like, all right, like what's going on?
Yeah, what was
like,
you doing before me?
We're like, yeah, what was you doing before me?
Right.
Like, if you already had it before then,
Buy your bag.
you know what I'm saying? You can still buy it, but that also gives me like a gauge of where I need to be at, like as far as what you're spending, like.
Yeah.
And then you just also gotta have that talk, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get you everything, but you know what I'm saying? There's certain shit, yeah, I'll, of course, if it's like that, I'm gonna spend that bread.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
sure you
I don't got a
make sure you
problem
happy.
spending on my
Yeah, ain't no
shorty.
problem, but
Yeah, facts.
Especially if we all having a good time or something. I see you want that. I'm gonna
yeah,
do
let's,
it.
let's
definitely.
do it. But at the same time, women also gotta realize, like, dog, like,
And this is why I be telling my young
As a
homies,
man,
you gotta realize what type of nigga you
the average
dealing with
nigga,
too.
the average matters. I be telling my young homies, bro, keep working. You'll get that bread one day. It ain't gonna happen overnight.
Yeah.
Don't fall into that trap of, oh, I
You
ain't
gotta do this. Nah, you don't.
Bruh,
If you can't,
work.
you don't.
work. Before you look up, 5 years pass. Before you look up, 8 years pass. Boom, 10 years. You're gonna earn more money. Just keep working. Don't fall into this trap, and then you in crazy debt because you've been cashing out on this shorty for money you ain't have. Whether it be via credit card, you putting your own, so you drowning your savings, whatever the case may
Or
be.
you
Don't do
doing
that.
some shit where you putting your freedom at risk to try to impress these girls. Like,
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do
nah.
that. Don't do that.
Because like back in the G's, like to oppress a girl back then, it was like, bro, just we go somewhere to eat. Back when I was a youngin, saying
No,
go
but
to,
honestly,
go to
bro,
Frankie's Fun Park or some shit. But now you look at the
Nah,
youngins
niggas was
now.
cashing out back then.
Niggas was cashing out back
I
then,
mean,
too.
it depends. Like
It
niggas
exists.
was cashing out because like if you was one of these old ass niggas who used to pick the hoes up and take
Yeah,
them to the
facts.
middle of the mall, get them cashed out by Funny, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, lady, and nigga, get the name plated and all that shit. So niggas was cashing
EXO
out.
bracelets
Yeah,
and
EXO
shit.
bracelets. So niggas was cashing out now, but I'm talking about for like as far as you just like a young nigga and you just want to show a girl something like nice.
Right.
Like you take her to Frankie's or some shit like that.
That's a
Or
play.
you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, or like you say, you buy her something small like the EXO bracelet. Some of the most you were spending is like $250. You know what I'm saying? On the highest 500, the highest in high school,
But
maybe
that's
500.
500 was different back then though.
Yeah, but
So
the
it's,
highest, because I remember I got one of my high school girls. I got her a little bracelet. That shit ran me about like 200, and I was a lot for a nigga back then. Shit,
That's
I
a
was,
lot for niggas.
That's a lot for nigga back then.
yeah,
Yeah.
you busting
Some of
tables
that
for
still
shit.
exists. Like at the end of the day, all in all, fellas, do your thing, keep doing your thing. She fuck with you, she fuck with you. She ain't really gonna care about your bread like that. I'm not saying come broke. I'm not saying don't spend on your shorty. You definitely supposed to do nice things for her, drop that bread on her. Just be locked in. That's it. And don't put yourself in the hole trying to impress somebody. That's it.
That's the main thing,
Yeah.
bro.
That's it.
Cause dealing with women now, you gonna have to spend something, bro. Like you just not about to be. I don't care how gigolo you think you is.
You gotta
bro.
have bread, facts.
You gotta have something, bro.
Yeah, you
Like,
gotta
you
some
gotta
bread.
have something,
Facts.
bro. Like you
ain't
ain't
doing
just
that.
gonna,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just ain't gonna be hunching on these girls, and you just ain't about to be not doing something.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like that's just what it come down to. So.
Yeah, man. So final four today?
Yep. We got the 8 o'clock. Was it 8 or 9 o'clock? Whatever that shit come on. Yeah. I'm tuned in though. Y'all know what time it is, man. We going for the repeat, man.
I don't see nobody beating y'all, bro.
They just cheated. They cheated our girls last night, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We gonna rectify the situation tonight. You know what I'm saying? So, we here, man.
Y'all speak to that. What y'all thought about the game?
Man, I thought that shit was bullshit at the end.
It was a good game though. It was a good
great
game.
game.
I feel like when you get to, I say this with men's and women's basketball, like you can't let plays like that dictate the game. That was a bad call.
The
You know what
moving
I'm saying?
screen?
That girl wasn't. I just see.
That dude looked like a movie screen. I ain't gonna hold you. It did. She wasn't set.
I feel
like you probably shouldn't call that at that point of the game.
Yeah, because
But
you've been letting them girls play. You've been letting them play. So if you be consistent on
that
that,
is a moving screen though.
but it was.
I don't know, man. It looked like
It didn't look like she was set, bro.
Well, she was set, but because all right, so
Her momentum.
if you run into a chair, what's the chair gonna do?
It's gonna move.
Exactly. So the momentum of her running straight into her what was it? She was put it to her
Yeah.
left side. if of course she going to move because she got ran into. You know what I'm saying? But the flop was what got me.
The flop
because,
is what sold it.
Yeah, 100%. Like she stood there.
The
Now
stance
it
was wide too. They factored that in.
It was very wide, possibly.
That
but
probably played into it.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like
The call shouldn't be made.
100% at
at
that
that point.
late in the game, bro. Like
I agree with you because I feel like certain calls, especially when playoff level, championship game level, let motherfuckers play, bro.
don't do that.
It's
man.
under 10 seconds left, bro. That's you.
Yeah, they called that with 7 seconds
if-
left in the game. That's
if
crazy.
y'all want to Iowa just to win the game, bro, just say that shit. You know what I'm saying? But don't take it out on the girls that deserve that shit. Like they made a hell of a comeback, bro. Like UConn really made a hell of a comeback. That little girl Paige, she nice.
Yeah, Paige.
You know what I'm saying? But that was a bullshit call with that. I mean, what, 9 seconds left in the game?
9 seconds
Come
left.
on, bro.
You can't do that, man.
Come
Don't
on,
do
man.
Niggas not feeling that. Niggas not jacking that.
But
I feel it.
also with UConn, man, UConn in the first half, bro, they was guarding Caitlin really good, bro. Like I don't know, I forgot the girl name who was guarding her. She was literally face guarding this girl damn near the whole first half.
They went
bro.
away from that.
And they went away from that,
Yeah.
but I can also see why, because the girl probably was getting tired, like, because Caitlin be
She
moving
was,
now.
that girl was the best defender, though.
Yeah, she was the best on-ball defender. She was on, like, dog, Caitlin only had 6 in the first half. She was strapping her, but then eventually as the game keeps going, you know, you can't face guard somebody the whole game and not get tired. So eventually she started getting tired. I thought what UConn should have did was give her, like, different looks. Keep throwing different looks at her, because I feel like when you do that, you make her uncomfortable. I feel like if you play one person on her, she eventually will get comfortable. She will break loose. She will, and then in the second half, like once you start breaking loose, everybody else start getting their confidence too.
Yeah, because they play off her. They play off her.
But and also on the last possession, I felt like Gino Auriemma really should have just called like, yo, 1-4 flat, Page. Everybody get the fuck out the way.
He's still a coach there?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It's 39th season.
Yeah, like, he should have
39.
just 1-4 flat, get everybody out the way, let Paige go. Or if you're going to do, just set a high pick and roll and then just let her go. I feel like them trying to do the little, because I see what he was trying to do. He was trying to get her moving so she could get like a good handoff, maybe go to the basket, maybe shoot a jump shot. But I think in those moments, that's when you just have your best player be the superstar. Just go ahead, lead us to the promised land.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's what you got.
So who y'all got winning the national championship?
USC.
Yeah, I think
This would be back to back.
They won. Yeah, it'll be back to back.
No, LSU won last year.
They won 2022.
22. Okay. All right. So everybody got South Carolina winning that on the women's side. Men's side,
I got us.
I got UConn. Who played today?
It's all.
So it's y'all versus who?
I know NC State played Purdue and we play Alabama.
Smoke. I'd never in my life seen a 30-0 run. So Mo, I gotta give y'all that. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I never seen no shit like that ever. Like these niggas team is legit. Like y'all might go down as one of the best teams in history, bro. Real shit.
Man.
And nobody has repeated since 06, 07 Florida. And y'all better than that team.
Oh yeah, we way better. Than
Y'all better than that team, bro. Like y'all are strong at every position.
It's Hurley too, man. Hurley, they believe in Hurley, man.
Bro, in the lethalness behind it. Like they lock in defensively, get out, run. They can run in transition, half court. Defense, you ain't getting shit. And it's like, dog, UConn. That was the only team I was worried about as far as on that side of the bracket. These niggas are tremendous. Y'all agree. That 30-0 run.
Shit, didn't that happen on the women's side too? It was like what? USC just did that. They did like a 30-6 run or some shit like that. Because
Y'all did a 30-0 run,
30-0
though.
run, yeah.
That is crazy, bro. To go on a 30-0 run is insane. So you mean to tell me y'all didn't score nothing, not even a foul shot?
Yeah, shut out.
Nothing. Shut out. 30-0. I've never seen a 30-run in college basketball history. Ever. Smoked them. So, yeah, I don't see nobody being UConn, man.
I like our center a lot too, man. I like our center.
Clinging?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of talks. I don't know if y'all would be peeping just about like college basketball, the landscape as a whole, how we got a bunch of like there's a lot of more older people in the game now. You know what I'm saying? Due to the transfer portal and shit like that. So I just wanted to hear y'all takes on that. Well, like, there being significantly older players now because, even going back to back to like when the one and dones and all this other shit, it's always still been like the team typically who has like the more experience typically are the ones that go farther. But we're seeing now in a case where it's like every team, it's almost to the point where it's like every team got at least 2 or 3 transfers. There's at least everybody on a college basketball team now who is at least over 22. Like I'm seeing niggas who are like 24, 25, still hooping. And it comes to the point where it's like, all right, you got kids who are definitely going to these schools NBA bound, but let's say they go to the tournament and they have one bad game and they're playing against a nigga who's like 24, but he's not playing no more after this, or he's playing overseas, or he's going to be an accountant somewhere. This nigga is about to go to the draft, but it's like, I just wanted to hear what you guys think about that.
I think that's just part of the game now. Like you said, like a lot of these niggas is like they're not gonna be professional, so why not take that 5th year? Why not, do what they gotta do? Especially if they potentially got NIL money on the table or something like that. Like
on the TurboTax commercials.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like he was. This is like he was 5th
last year.
So it's like we're gonna see a lot more of that because that's just how the game is right now.
If they know they not gonna go pro, they gonna run it up, especially with the NIL now. Yeah, that's gonna be more of a thing. 24, 25-year-olds in college. Yeah.
The thing is, Baycott can still go to the NBA. He not gonna be like a lottery pick.
No, hell no.
But he can potentially still go to the NBA.
He might go undrafted, but you never know.
You never know. It's like whatever he decides.
But a lot of them feel like that they gonna cash out as much as they can.
I mean that's
gonna be a thing, bro.
That's just what it is. A lot of people gonna have to adapt to that.
Or Mac Ryan 25.
Yeah, they gonna have to adapt to that shit, bro.
I think him and Armando the oldest on the team. But they, of course, this is their last year. That transfer shit, the transfer portal shit is gonna be more so based off play and NIL money.
I just saw the girl from LSU. She transferring to Prairie View or Prairie, the HVL.
Oh, she already
transferring. She gone.
Dudes are gonna be at.
She gone.
Cats are gonna be at 3-4 schools in a time frame in college, bro. That's just what it is.
Yeah, this her 3rd school because she was at
Louisville.
Then she LSU, and now she going somewhere else.
Our quarterback right now for Florida State, that's a Clemson quarterback. He was at Oregon State last year. DJ Ungale.
He
was just at Oregon State, bro.
He
at Florida State now.
You gotta think these kids, they got more power now to take
they don't like something, they out of there.
You can't really, these coaches do it. These coaches do it all the time. They'll get a bomb. These players to go deep with them in the tournament, and then you hear it before the game start. Oh, this coach accepted this job, nigga. He's still coaching. You know what I'm saying?
How y'all feel about Bronny?
I think that move is strategic as far as him getting a thorough evaluation. It's easy for us to be like, well, you did 4.8 a game. That's the evaluation, nigga. But I mean, I don't know. I think this tells me that this next year gonna be LeBron James' last year too, though. So if niggas biting on Bronny potentially getting drafted, he's going to declare all the way.
I think with Bronny's case,
I think he's going to end up transferring.
I think so too. I think
where though? Where does he go from here?
I mean, he could go to what's the school? Duquesne, because because it's like Bron's high school coach used to coach there.
He's talking this Duquesne shit, man.
Then Drew, and then his homeboy is the coach now. I'm just saying, it's just dog. I'm not saying it's inevitable.
What do those schools do for Bronny though? What do those do for him?
Or maybe going back to the crib, Ohio State. But
don't go to a place where you're comfortable.
But I've also heard I was listening to Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague, he brought up a kind of a good point talking about Bronny's skill set. I mean, it's a good point, but to me, I still feel like you still got to show something. He said that his skill set is more set for the NBA because he said in college, you're more likely to get noticed as far as scoring wise. Like if you're a big time scorer, if you put up points, if you average at least like 15 a game in college, you know what I'm saying? That gets
like Rob Dillingham.
Yeah, that gets.
He come off the bench.
Yeah, and that gets more of the look than a guy who may be, really great on defense or he's more like what Jeff Teague said. He's more of a complimentary guy. He's more of a Drew Holiday kind of guy, a guy who's going to lock up, play defense.
Josh Hart.
Yeah, Josh Hart, shoot. You know what I'm saying? Good
Bronny.
3-point percentage. Good 3-point percentage.
Honestly, that's not a bad comparison. That's not a bad comparison.
He got to get better with his shooting and scoring. For me.
Yeah, but from what it's looking like, I don't think anybody's really looking at him as to be like a lead scorer. Like I said, he's more like a
He could develop it to anything.
Yeah.
He's still young. He got plenty of time. He
I
could
saw a
develop
nigga-
into anything.
I saw a
He
nigga
can
say,
even develop when he get in the league.
I saw a nigga say something crazy. They was like, he's more like an Eddie Jones. And I'm like, bro, y'all know Eddie Jones is a lottery pick?
And Eddie Jones like 6'6", my nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck y'all be talking about,
Like
bro?
I said,
Like,
I seen more.
Like I say, he could take off in the NBA. We never thought Donovan Mitchell was gonna be what he was. He developed, like he took it a step up. So at some point in Bronny's career, he could be whatever. He could be a role guy. He could be a starter. He could be a franchise
you gotta
player.
put that work in.
It all depends on the work he puts in.
True.
Speaking of
I
Donovan,
don't believe he's ready for the NBA right now, though.
Speaking of Donovan, niggas saying Donovan might be out of Cleveland at the end of the season,
I
man.
can see it. He ain't re-up.
Yeah, he didn't re-up, but they still got a good situation though.
That'd be my thing with these niggas. What are you doing better?
Where does he go if he leaves
That's
Cleveland?
what I'm saying. We gonna go to New York?
That's what they keep saying. Rumblings going to New York.
Oh, brother.
Him, Brunson, running the 1-2. That could be nice.
I mean, but like I said,
What do y'all have outside of
But
that?
you got Garland, so I don't see the need for you to go to New York.
I mean, Jalen Brunson is better than Brad, but still, I feel like you got a good
You
situation.
got a good situation.
You got a
in
good
Cleveland.
situation in Cleveland.
That's the shit that kill me with these niggas. Cause like the Stephon Diggs, right? On paper, great move. Great move.
Okay.
This is your third team as a contender. My question is, what makes Houston better than Buffalo?
I don't think it better. It might be more than just play. I think it was probably like some shit that went down in the locker room.
Wouldn't disagree with that.
I think it was more so some shit like that. I did see somebody, a podcast clip. They was talking about some shit that was going on early in the season between him and Josh.
Yeah,
Allen.
week 1 against the Jets.
But it was other shit though. Like besides that,
Leading up.
I saw that clip too though. But yeah,
Leading up, yeah.
so
I wouldn't be
that
yeah.
I feel like is maybe that relationship probably got strained over time during the season, and it might have just been like on some. Well, we might as well just go ahead and break these two up. Like they never we the front office probably like, what else can these two do?
I feel like he should have stayed, but if you wanted to go, that's fine. Again, that's fine. But
They
I
look
know the
good though. They look good
conversation-
on paper though.
the conversation I know would be different because it's not like Stephon has always been on good teams. So I know it's different because wide receiver don't really see the ball like that every play. Cool, but you've been in great situations.
Mhm.
Then a lot of wide receivers would like
Why did he leave Minnesota again?
I have no idea. Probably could have been money, but he got up out of there though.
And they
Got traded to Buffalo.
and they drafted Justin right after that.
Yeah, because the pick that Buffalo gave them became Justin Jefferson.
That was Justin, okay. And you don't really get that. Like you don't come from one stud to another stud receiver. Like so they lucked out.
So you went from Minnesota to Buffalo, now to Houston. Some gotta work. Some gotta work.
They get
And Stephon has been great in his career. I didn't like how he played in that Chiefs game at all.
they gave him a lot of incentives though in Houston.
I see that.
They gave him a lot of incentives. Shit,
It looks
ton of
great on
incentives.
paper,
It
though.
look good on paper. Like,
But
it really
it's
do.
different when you gonna have what? Expectations.
So what's the
so Houston-
expectations for Houston?
Oh man, for me?
Because they went what, second round?
Yeah, second round.
AFC Championship.
At least.
This Stroud what, second year?
Yeah, I ain't really gonna kill Stroud that much, but overall as a team, why can't they win 14 games?
That's not unobtainable.
That should
Drew,
be
what you
fair.
think?
They ain't beating us twice. That's all I know. Nigga.
Ah!
Niggas is not
Those you
beating
don't
us
like that
twice,
shit.
nigga. Fuck that. That's how I feel, nigga.
That's how you feel?
I mean, I think it's a good move. You know, I ain't mad at it. You know, I mean, here we are signing niggas, the same niggas right back. But hey, it sounds good. It just gotta click.
Gotta
you know what I'm
quit,
saying?
yeah.
And that's where I stand with it, bro. I'm not gonna give it too much burn.
Yeah,
Nah,
you
I
do gotta
feel you.
click.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of shit look good on paper
Mm-hmm.
until that shit play out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We seen it time after
And I see
time
Houston
after time.
becoming a new culture team. I see it.
I don't want to
see
I
it.
don't want to put the culture tag on them because the downfall from that'll be tremendous. I don't want to do that to them boys, man. Let them be who they are. I'm not trying to do that because the culture is like what 0 and 100, 102.
I don't know. I mean, y'all had LSU women's last year.
So that's the only team that beat the culture curse.
Probably.
Every culture team be getting smacked.
Overall, it's a bad record for sure.
It's really bad.
It's a bad record for
It's
sure.
it's that culture aura shit, man. Y'all gotta let
Yeah.
that shit go, man. Y'all gotta let
Yeah.
that go, man.
All right.
Stop saying these niggas got aura, man. Stop doing that. Let's let them niggas be who they are, man.
Yeah,
Like
man.
y'all stop
Facts,
doing
nigga.
that.
All right.
Facts.
So NBA playoffs coming up. Any predictions? Any
I got a hot take.
concerns? Do
I
you
got-
got any concerns for your team? Any other team?
I got the Clippers going home first round. Let's get to that. Shouts out to Zip. Let's get to that.
Yeah, I'm not jacking that one at all. Hell no. Now Kawhi don't play, yeah.
What's up, Marcus?
If Kawhi don't play, then yeah.
If they play the Mavs first round, they going home.
Who you got?
You know, I'm ready for us, man. That's all. I'm ready to see how this shit play off because the last, I think we got, 5 games left? 6 games left, something like that. I mean, we got to make this push into 6th place, I feel.
You don't want to play in the
You
playoffs.
want 6? You want 6th place?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's just, we're all right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I much rather not have to be in the play-in situation, but if it is, it is. I'm not worried. I just know what we're gonna do, and I think we're better now. Tyler Hero came back yesterday, so I'm
You like
looking
this
forward
team
to it.
better than last year?
Yeah. Haslam's
Okay, Lamar, no Gabe Vincent.
Haslam's retired. Yeah. It's a breath of fresh air.
Oh, Caleb's still on the team or no?
Yeah, he's still there.
Still there.
Y'all lost Gabe and
Gabe and Struce
Struce.
Struess.
Okay, yeah, the main
and
one.
and
And
Victor
Lowry.
and Victor and Kyle this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a funny meme that was like Kings 44-33. You don't want to play them. That's a dangerous team. Lakers 44-33. Bums. So I was like, oh, okay.
I hate that.
I see
hate that
what's
shit.
going on
I
here.
hate that shit.
Niggas got to stop the propaganda because on some real nigga shit, nobody, as far as in the first round, that's going to be hard for any nigga to play LeBron in the first round. I don't give a fuck what people are talking about.
That's true.
It's going to be a hard out. Even if you sweep these niggas like how Denver did last year.
That was Western Conference Finals.
Yes,
Though.
and all those games were close. There was not
They were.
blowouts. They were never blown out. They were never
blown
blowouts.
out.
So I feel like any nigga, I don't give a fuck if we're playing against OKC, Minnesota, Denver, of course, is going to be Denver, but I feel like Minnesota and OKC, if we play them in the first round, I'm not saying we were going to beat them, but I'm saying we got a chance, bro. We got to fight a chance. The only
so
team I
these
feel like don't
standings
got a
ain't-
chance is Denver.
These standings ain't gonna get hashed out to at least the last 2 days because 1 through 3 is 24 lost 25. So Minnesota 53-24, Denver 53-24, OKC 52-25.
OKC down to third.
Yeah,
Mm.
but that could change in an
Yeah,
hour.
It could change. Yeah.
6 through 6 through 9, tight. Phoenix 46-31. New Orleans 45-32. New Orleans was just 5, by the way. Keep that.
And I saw the
Kings.
Warriors. Yeah, go ahead.
Kings 44-33. Lakers 44-33 at the 9.
And the Warriors was trying to. If the Warriors won last night, they would have clinched their play-in spot, but they didn't.
Yeah, they 42-35. Houston on the outskirts, they 38-39, but I don't think they're gonna make up no ground.
Nah, they not.
But we clinched the play-in.
Okay.
We'll play Atlanta for sure. Because Philly and Miami got 34 losses. We got 40 and 41 between Atlanta and Chicago. So that's a first round game.
But for Drew, if y'all get that 6th seed, y'all gonna play Cleveland. I ain't gonna lie, I like y'all against Cleveland. That'll be a good first round matchup.
Then that means they play the Bucks again second round.
You just gotta with Cleveland. You just gotta be aggressive on them. Honestly.
Yeah, I feel like
y'all gonna do that for sure.
Yeah, I feel like like anything, it's a game of matchups. So I feel like y'all match up well with them. So.
And I'm tired of picking Boston, but them niggas real good this year. So
I gotta see it, man, because once y'all get to these conference finals, then we gonna see what's really up. Like
Conference
right now,
finals
it
tough
looks good.
though. Those are tough.
Yeah,
Conference finals are tough, bro.
they are tough, but I mean, but look where y'all have been made. Y'all have been smacking everybody in the regular season, dog. Like
We lost some games too though.
I mean, but for the most part, y'all been smacking.
Y'all
the shit.
61-16.
Y'all been smacking the shit out of everybody. So for y'all not to have that type of
Y'all ain't had
bring
60
that
wins in a
energy into the
minute.
playoffs,
That'd be crazy.
if
Gotta
y'all
be
don't-
crazy.
That'd be insane, bro. Like honestly, the way y'all going, I'm expecting y'all to sweep somebody. Somebody, whether first round was one of the
Who would we get first round if we number one?
If y'all was to go right now, y'all would be playing Philly.
I don't see us sweeping Philly.
Nah, they'll probably get Joel back. They'll probably get a game or two in.
I'm gonna be real.
Oh hell no, they wouldn't get Philly. Oh yeah, they would.
Yeah, if they would get
They
Philly.
would. Yeah, they would.
I don't think Joel should have came back. I'm not just saying that because we playing them.
Oh, the excuses loading. They loading. They loading.
What you mean
They loading. The excuses. They
for
loading.
Joel?
Yes.
what you think it
He
is?
shouldn't have came back. The knee. It's gonna
I
be
don't
the
think
knee.
he should have came back.
It's gonna be the knee.
They've been saying that knee should be on some surgery and recover type shit.
The thing is, he got the surgery. He shouldn't have came back.
He shouldn't have came back.
And my thing
So-
is, I already said, because I'm assuming if he got the same surgery Derrick Rose got,
He should set his ass down.
no, Derrick came back because it wasn't that extensive. I don't think he got the same surgery Derrick got, though. I think it was more extensive. That's why I think he shouldn't have came back. Derrick
Yeah.
shit was just a snip.
Right.
He was riding his bike like a week after the surgery.
Joel had reconstructive
Joel
surgery
had-
though. Like
I don't know if it was reconstructive, but he had some meniscus surgery. I don't know to what extent, but it couldn't have been Derrick shit.
my thing is with him being that big and how he play, it's not worth it because you risking long term.
Bro, it's finals or nothing at this point with the Sixers. It's finals or nothing.
They not
You
going-
brought him back, you have to go to the finals.
that's not
period.
That's not happening. Though.
I agree. But if you coming back, you're saying you're going to the finals.
They could very well, because we like you said, we don't know how the standings really gonna break down yet. They can very well catch.
If they catch y'all, that's damn near an ECF finals matchup, technically on paper. It very well could be Boston and Philly first round. It could be.
Yeah,
Because if we got to play them in the play-in, Joel, he don't got to win a losing record against us,
I'm gonna say it though.
and we don't got Zach.
I think we beat Philly in 6 games.
Okay. So the West, you got the Clippers losing to who?
I got the Clippers because with the way the standings is the Clippers 4th, Dallas 5th, so they be playing against each other. I got Dallas winning that series.
I
don't
can
see
see
it.
Dallas smacking that ass, bro.
No way. Not with Kawhi on that floor. Not in Harlem.
Hey man,
Not in Harlem.
Way Kyrie.
We already seen it.
balling
Hold on.
right
I think-
Hold on. We seen the Clippers in that, and I know Kyrie's here now. I get that. But I'm not gonna absolve Russell Westbrook because Russell Westbrook has been playing great ball with the Clippers.
that's true.
James lately falling off. PG, I'm gonna give him some grace. He been turning it up lately. Kawhi, when he's on the floor, he that nigga. Period. So Dallas, what has Dallas shown me outside of Kyrie and Luka to be like?
They've shown me that they can make deep playoff runs though.
And
This
they've
before
also
Kyrie.
and they also showed me that on some real shit,
You right.
they
The
could
1 year.
They could probably win. Kyrie
But that's a different roster, Mo. That's a different roster. They should have kept DFS.
That's true too.
Like who's the Mavs' third best player?
Hardaway.
I don't got that much faith in that nigga. But he their third best player.
They got guys.
Well,
They
PJ
got
Washington's good.
PJ has been playing good.
then they got Gafford too.
They got
Yeah,
Gafford. I like Gafford.
They've got people who've been stepping up.
The Mavs' third best player clears. I mean, the Clippers' third best player clears the Mavs' third best player.
But at the same time, if you want to keep it technical, you said James Harden falling off. It's about that time.
I think right now Russ the third best player on the team.
Okay, he's the third best player on the team. Do you want, as far as we've not to say we not, we fuck with Russ. We know Russ is a great
Russ
player.
has been way better on the Clippers than he has the Lakers.
I know, but I'm trying to
Way
say,
better.
Okay, I give you that, but playoff time. How are we putting that? How are we putting that as far as consistency over 7 games or over the
Y'all
series?
they looking more for Harden to step up in the playoffs.
That's
Like,
what
I just
I'm
want to.
saying.
We just
Harden's
gotta
gonna
be
more
honest here.
important to
Like
them in the playoffs than Russell Westbrook will.
that's a fact. That's what they brought him there for.
Let me ask y'all something about Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Y'all feel like they got the same career?
That's a good question. They mirror each other a lot, career wise.
As far as what?
accolades
and expectations.
expectations.
Do you feel like Russell Westbrook should have at least been expected to get to a final in OKC with what he had?
I don't think so.
No,
Nah, but because I think it's because okay, so
By himself?
I think
no,
how
what he had.
I don't think so. And I think that with that situation with him and Kevin Durant, it was very obvious that Durant was the guy. He was the best player on the team. So even though Russ played the hardest, Russ didn't check out because people have accused KD of on certain, because I got a homeboy who's a big Thunder fan. Shout out my boy Randy. My boy Randy always say Russell Westbrook was like he never checked out. He was like Kevin Durant sometimes would check out, and he said Russ never checked out. So he was like, with Russ showing that type of loyalty to the franchise, it wasn't really them trying to. Yeah, they trying to win games, but the franchise also knew that Russell wasn't the guy that was going to lead them back to the promised land.
Because we all agree Russ and James Harden at their prime was superstars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I found this very interesting because I was just looking it up the other day. Russell Westbrook never won a playoff series as the guy.
Yeah, never, yeah. He always won our first round.
Even with PG, them 2 years.
Yeah, Dame sent them boy home.
Dame sent them home the second year. The first year was...
I want to think James. I think it was James.
James took him out 17
okay.
when KD left.
Yeah.
The second year was who? It was Utah.
Yeah.
Utah and all that.
First round, yeah.
Do y'all think James and Russell Westbrook underachieved?
I'll be real. I don't think neither of them underachieved, but I do think Russell Westbrook overachieved. Because with him coming out of UCLA, they didn't see this shit. Him coming out of UCLA, niggas did not see
Russ was coming out of college, but his ceiling was more like a energy guy or some shit like that.
Yeah, some shit like that. It wasn't to be a main guy. And then when he got to OKC, they realized like, oh, this nigga nice. This nigga, we got something here. But with him intentionally coming out, I don't think that. I think with James, I think that for him, I don't think he underachieved neither because, from the situation he was at coming off the bench at OKC to getting his own team and thriving, I think that kind of set him up on that pedestal of like, all right, you achieved more than what we thought you was because for one time we just thought you was a role player.
Well, I think we gotta be accurate because when Russ got there, he wasn't coming off the bench. He was starting next to KD.
Yeah, he was starting, but
they both was 4th overall picks too. I want to throw that out there.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but I don't think people could have foreseen Russ to average a triple-double though.
I'm not talking about that.
You
I'm
know
just
what I'm
talking about
saying?
as far as him. Period. Before that, he was a superstar.
They probably thought he was going to be an all-star. I don't think they would have thought Russell Westbrook was going to be who he is now.
Like the franchise.
I don't think that. So I think once because you got to think KD came in 07, Russ came in 08, so they behind.
Harden came 09.
09, so you already looking at KD. All right, we got our foundation. This is who we gonna live and die with.
It was looked at as Russ and Harden were like pieces.
They were the pieces to go along with what
then
we
they became
their
own
entity. Their
own entity. Yes.
Yeah, so I don't really see them as underachieving. I think some really could kind of say they kind of both overachieved because I knew Harden was nice at Arizona State, but I didn't think he was going to be as nice as he was when he got to the NBA.
He went from a 6-man to a franchise player.
To a franchise player. So I really can't say that neither of them underachieved. I really low-key think they kind of overachieved, on some real shit. But once you get into the whole thing of expectations,
yeah, because once you're the man, you got it's
that's when shit changed. You know what I'm saying? But also from that perspective. But everything is situational. There's context with a lot of things. James Harden has had bad playoff performances. Russell Westbrook has had bad playoff performances. But Russell, I think what Russell is, Russell always plays. He plays hard. So a lot of things.
Yeah, he just don't fold.
He just don't fold. So a lot of things people might not. They might give Russell a little.
He get more leeway. He get more leeway. He do.
I
wouldn't argue that.
Mo, you feel the same way?
Yeah, that's kind of the same. Like when Russ go down. He not just, hey, I'm just here.
I just hate his IQ in certain moments.
Yeah, it is.
That's my biggest thing. Like, he has some of the worst IQ moments ever in a playoff setting. Like, that shit don't even make sense. And Russell is way better than that. I'm just talking about certain passes, certain shots you take, like that. It started 2013 for me in that series versus the Rockets. No, the Spurs. The Spurs. When he took that 3-pointer shot from like whip, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is Russ doing? That was my first time. Like, bro, something wrong with this nigga? You gotta think this 2013 now. So, and after that, I just seen moments with him, but yeah, I would agree with that. He does play hard, but his IQ is just terrible at certain moments.
And that's crazy that you said that because that was the year after they went to the finals in 20.
The year after, yes.
So he probably was feeling himself because Russ did have a good finals. He didn't have the best finals, but his finals.
No, his finals was good. He had one game. He had like 40 something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He had a good showing.
He scored 20 field goals in a finals game.
Oh damn!
I think it was something like that, something close to that.
So he had a good showing. So with him probably going on that next year because the Spurs, went that next year. I think, maybe that's when the year he probably started to feel like, all right, I could be something.
The reason why I asked that because it's funny that they both round out on the Clippers at the end of their career. You get what I'm saying? With Kawhi and PG really being the ones who got to get, because they are ones who came together. You see what I'm saying?
Those are the bases right there.
If them niggas lose in the first round, it is completely over. We're not doing that no more. Like, you got to can that shit.
And you got to can that shit and have something set up before you move into
But there's a lot of expectations in the NBA this year, period. KD still got expectations. The Suns team got expectations. The Clippers got expectations. You get what I'm saying? Like, them two really out the West. Denver, they already, like, pretty much solidified. Minnesota, OKC, they the young dogs. But LA and Phoenix, they have the most expectations.
Out the West, yeah.
For sure.
And it's crazy because for both those teams,
somebody gonna lose.
Yeah, it's finals or nothing, really.
Somebody gonna lose out of the Clippers and the Suns. I got the Suns in Denver in the Western Conference Final. If they match up before, they match up before. I'm just going based off of now. But Kawhi, they put this report out. Kawhi knee soreness out a couple. I'm like, here we go again. You know what I'm saying?
You got
all year he been good.
You got all the makings for some first round disaster coming.
Because what the fuck did we see? Kawhi was wrecking shit the first 2 games versus the Suns. We get the report, what? Oh, Kawhi out, gotta get. What the fuck? The nigga just looked fine. No. Nah, this knee sore and this shit. If they don't have Kawhi, I'm not giving them no chances, period. I'm not. But with Kawhi on the floor, they should make the conference finals. Facts.
That's a fact. So before we get up out of here, I just want to do a quick little roundabout because Drew got to get up out of here. For East nigga team in here, I know for me, I'm expecting finals. Y'all expect, what you expecting from the Bulls?
Nothing.
You not expecting nothing?
Nothing.
You cool, like whatever?
Cool, whatever happens.
You already accepted what?
Zach's not here.
Okay. Oh, Zach not in?
I season.
Oh, all right.
I'm expecting. I'm not really. How can I say this? All right, so if we get in the playoffs, I'm expecting a first round upset. But that's neither here nor there. But that's just me because I know it all depends who we end up playing against.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if we play against an OKC or we play against a Minnesota, I think we could get them in the first round. That's just my expectations. After that, probably gonna get smacked by Denver or whatever the case may be. But that's what I'm expecting.
Got you.
It's gonna be Miami, Boston again, per usual. You already know what the fuck you're going for. That's all I got.
Back to finals.
Nigga, let's go, nigga. Let's go.
To the finals.
Let's go.
All right.
You already know.
All right. So that's it.
So that's it, man. We done gave the NBA preview for the playoffs. Now we just gonna count down, man. So,
All right.
You know, like we say every episode, man. I mean, shouts out to Marcus coming through, man. You know, before we get up out of here, shouts out to my dog coming through. But you know, like we say every episode, man. If you hear anything that gets you in your feelings, you feeling some type of way, always remember
We're just messengers.
we out.